Hey guys, nobody's here yet, so I'm going to wait a few minutes. My name is Debbie. Welcome to my channel. We are a day behind on the hidden body murder trial, which is Wisconsin v. Matthew Pahl. I spelled his name wrong. Hey Wiggles. We're going to see some familiar faces today. Sue Opper is going to give the opening statement. I thought Judy told me that Sue Opper retired. I need to pull up the verdict watch so we don't miss that. I guess I need to make a thumbnail for that too, huh? Yeah, I know. I was surprised when I saw her because I thought Judy told me she retired. Maybe she came out of retirement just for this case. That happens sometimes. Okay, so I have verdict watch pulled up now. So we're not going to miss that. Oh, he is so guilty. Yep, that's what Court TV thinks too. I can only find this trial on Law and Crime. I guess Court TV is not doing this one. There's a civil case that started today too. Well, maybe I don't know when this case happened. A lot of times, if it's an old case, hey Carla, sometimes if it's an old case, they will come out of retirement to do it. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. Judy's usually right, so I'm not saying she's wrong. I'm not about to say she's wrong. Come on, Judy, where are you? I can't start without Judy. Marty's not here. Who else are we missing? Michelle. Yes, I'm combing my hair with my fingers. Oh, we have to give her a hard time because she's wrong or because she's late? Because she's wrong? I don't think she's wrong. Oh, we didn't get Judge Darrow, though. Dang it. That would have been awesome. Wouldn't it have been cool, though? Yeah, mine was falling out, too. No, I don't think it was falling out. I think it was breaking. And my doctor told me to take B vitamins. And I loaded up, man. I got a B complex and a multivitamin both. Because okay, I'm gonna do my little nutrition speech that I learned in nutrition class in nursing school. Actually, I think I learned this in high school too, maybe, but forgot it. Okay, there are 4 vitamins that are fat soluble, so they will stay in your body. That's A, D, E, and K. They will build up in your body and they will be they can become toxic. So you have to be careful with those vitamins. All the other vitamins are water soluble. So if you get too much of those, you can pee those out. So you can't overdose on those vitamins. So I just loaded up on the B vitamins because my doctor told me to take B vitamins because my hair has gotten really, really thin. So I figured if I've got too much, I'll just pee the extra out and my hair will be fine. So now when I wash it, One day I was washing my hair and I was like, look, Travis. And he's like, what? And I said, I don't have any hair on my hands. Look. Because I used to just handfuls of hair. I think it was my hair was breaking. And it's not any thicker yet. You cut your own. I cut my own hair too. I layered it. Did you remember when I layered it? And now I just cut it myself. But I only do 2 layers. It's called a butterfly cut, but I still have the other layers in there. And yes, this has turned into a hair tutorial. We now have Debbie's hair tutorial. No, I'm kidding. Okay, are you ready? Judy, Sue Opper. Sue Opper is the prosecuting attorney. I thought you told me that she retired. Did she come out of retirement for this case?
All right.
And I can speed this up since we're doing catch up. That's what I thought. I don't know how old this case is. If it's an old case that she worked on, she may have come out of retirement just for that reason. Because that happens sometimes. Or hired at the
Okay, all 14 jurors are here. Good morning, everybody. And we're going to get going today. A little bit late start, but we'll just move forward. So what's going to happen today is we are going to have opening statements by the parties, and then we'll have a couple of witnesses. And as I indicated, we will have the jury view after several witnesses. That'll be, I'll give you specific instructions about what's going to happen when we do the jury view. So, anything from the state before we start?
No, Judge.
Defense?
No, Judge.
All right, go ahead.
Well, good morning, everybody. First, let me say thank you for your attention to this case and participation during the jury selection last Friday. I know that gets a little mundane at times, and it's the kind of thing they never show in the movies because it is so dull. No offense, Judge Ramirez, but we appreciate you participating and giving some honest answers to us. And more importantly, going forward, we thank you for your dedication to this trial over the next 2 weeks. We realize fully that, you know, this takes a lot out of your personal lives, your professional lives, and we appreciate that. So what I'm about to tell you is an opening statement, which is really a framework for you just to untrailer, right? I'm certainly not going to detail for you every little aspect of this case, but I'm going to kind of give you a general sense of what you can expect to see, right, in the coming days of this trial.
She looks much more relaxed.
If you could put up the PowerPoint, please. I just want to share with you 2 photographs as I speak with you this morning here. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Stephanie Pavlons. She is the person who is the subject of this homicide trial. She's a person you will not hear from directly in this case. This is Stephanie as she was enjoying life one day. The next photograph, please. This also is Stephanie Pavlons. And this is what the case centers on, right? How did she end up dead in the woods in the town of Delafield in 2022? That's what the case is about. How did she get like this? This is a pretty complex case. It's not as if I can put one witness on the stand and have him or her explain the whole thing to you and we could be done in a day, right? You can realize if we're telling you this is going to take 2 weeks, you're going to have to be a little bit patient. I would encourage you to take notes because there's a lot. There's a lot to keep track of. Maybe you're one of these guys that can just see it and hear it once and you're good. That's fine too. But the evidence that we're going to present to you through the course of these next 2 weeks is a culmination of a lengthy investigation, okay? You're going to hear that the Stephanie sadly was discovered by a construction crew who was out working in the area on the date of September 9, 2022. And you will hear that the reason they discovered her body is because there was an overwhelming odor as they were out working in the area. And that's what drew their attention to the woods and made them go into the woods to explore. And of course, made this discovery. Investigators were from the scene along with the medical examiner and members of her staff. They could not even tell the gender of this person because the body had been so grossly decomposed over time. Judge Ramirez had warned you on Friday, some of these details are going to be a little bit gruesome, and we do apologize for that, but it's really important for you to know. The condition, maggots, so that
I'm eating
her entire
still.
neck and face area was pretty much gone. There's no soft tissue. And I don't mean to sound flip, but her appearance was kind of similar to one of the Halloween skeletons you would see in your neighbor's yard this time of year, because there was no flesh, no soft tissue remaining. Stephanie Pavlons was 44 years old when she died. And you were going to hear a little bit of background about Stephanie, who she was. It's our understanding she grew up in Delafield. Her parents, Richard and Georgianne, longtime residents. I think they said they lived in their house more than 50 years in the city of Delafield. 25 years ago now, she met the defendant, Matthew Pahl, at a bowling alley. And the two became involved with each other and remained involved in each other's lives till 2022. In fact, they had a child in common. They had a daughter born to them in 2003, Layla. They had never married. Their relationship is described by friends and family as on again, off again. It was obviously a and then times Stephanie would go back and stay with her parents for a time or two, and then they get back together. In 2022, the defendant, Matthew Pahl, had an apartment right on the other side of the golf course here, just down the street from us, off of Delafield Street in the city of Waukesha. And at that same time, we will present evidence to you that he was involved in an online relationship with 2 women in the Philippines, women that he had met through some kind of dating website or online chat room or something of that sort. And he was deeply involved with these women. This wasn't just like every now and then he'd chat them up and say, how's it going? He would talk to them on a daily basis. He became involved in an online sexual relationship with them. He would talk to them frequently. And he began to make plans to move to the Philippines with an intention, it seemed, to be involved in a personal or sexual relationship with one or both of them. He would describe Stephanie to these people as just a coworker or an employee. This all became derailed, his plan to move to the Philippines, in about June or July of 2022, when he injured his foot in some type of accident, his foot or his ankle. And it laid him up. He was on crutches. He was in a walking cast or a boot type of thing. And he was struggling to the point where he relied on Stephanie more and more to help him with his daily cares, because if you've ever been on crutches, you know it's not easy just to grocery shop, right? So he starts relying on Stephanie more and more. She's much more involved. And this derails his plans to move to the Philippines. He had been hoping to get there by the end of the summer. He also starts treatment at Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on Gulf Road in the town of Delafield. Physical therapy. Talked about that on Friday. A lot of people have been there for physical therapy, right? Nothing unusual about that. But what is so significant about that is the date of August 23, 2022. That's a day you're going to hear a lot about. By the end of this trial, you'll be able to repeat it back to me, August 23 of 2022, because that's the day we believe he killed Stephanie Pavlons in the woods just outside of Orthopedic Associates and right up against the golf course at Western Lakes. On that day, we will be able to prove to you that he and Stephanie left the apartment in Waukesha here, drove northbound on Delafield Street up to Grandview Boulevard, where the old gas house used to be there, crossed I-94, crossed Gulf Road, and not crossed Gulf Road, got the Gulf Road, took a left. The new DMV station is up there right now. You may be familiar with that intersection. You will hear testimony that they stopped at the Quick Trip at that location, stayed there for about 20 minutes. Stephanie goes in, buys some breakfast food. Western Lakes. On that day, we will be able to prove to you that Mr. Pahl had an appointment at Orthopedic Associates. We will be able to prove to you that he and Stephanie left the apartment in Waukesha here, drove northbound on Delafield Street up to Grandview Boulevard, took a right, headed north up Grandview Boulevard, crossed Silvernail, where the old gas house used to be there, crossed I-94, crossed Gulf Road, and not crossed Gulf Road, got the Gulf Road, took a left. The new DMV station is up there right now. You may be familiar with that intersection. You will hear testimony that they stopped at the Quick Trip at that location, stayed there for about 20 minutes. Stephanie goes in, buys some breakfast food. Apparently they sit in the car, eat breakfast. Importantly, you will hear that they leave Quick Trip at about 9:11 and they arrive at the parking lot of Orthopedic. He arrives in the parking lot at 9:16 a.m., but he doesn't check in for his appointment until 9:34 a.m. So there's about a 16-minute gap there. He goes into his appointment. We will present records to you from the clinic. He's seen by a therapist at about 9:38 a.m. He goes back to meet with a therapist, and he's released at 10:33 a.m. The appointment is over. You will hear, based on cell phone records, that again, he goes out, well, strike that. Released at 10:33 a.m. You will hear from cell phone records that he does not leave the parking lot in the area of Orthopedic Associates until 10:53 a.m. During these two gaps, the 16-minute gap before the appointment and the 20-minute gap after the appointment, we have no idea where Mr. Pahl is or what he's doing. There's no activity on his phone. He's not moving anywhere. Also, on August 23 of 2022, by the time Stephanie Pavlons leaves that Quick Trip, and you'll see her drive out of the parking lot on the video, no one ever hears from her again. She doesn't talk to anybody. She's not seen by anybody. There's no video of her anywhere. She gets missed calls on her phone. She's not replying to calls. She's not responding to calls. She's not picking up her prescriptions. She's missing doctor appointments. She's gone. On September 9th of 2022 is the day the body is discovered. I just told you that. It's about 17 days between August 23 and September 9th, 2022. Well, what's Mr. Pahl doing during this time? Pretty much going on with his life. In fact, you may see some videos that you watch and you may conclude doesn't seem to have a care in the world. He continues chatting with the women in the Philippines. He continues making his plans to go, I just got to finish this treatment and I'll be there. But he's also saying some curious things to these women in the Philippines. And he also starts talking to his dad. Hadn't talked to him since June. Suddenly he's talking to his dad frequently, traveling up to Jackson off of Highway 60 to visit with his dad. His dad's coming down to his apartment. And he's telling his dad and he's telling his girlfriends something bad happened. But I can't send it in a text message. I can't talk about it in writing. We'll have to talk about it on the phone. He says he's worried about somebody. He even tells his dad he thinks he's in some kind of trouble. He also starts doing Google searches. He's searching for Stephanie Pavlons' name in the obituaries. He's searching the Waukesha, he's searching Google, just doing Google searches on her name. At this point, nothing had been made public about her death. There was a brief news article the day the body was found. But prior to the body even being found, he's Google searching her name. And he's got an app on his phone that's a police scanner. And he's checking that frequently, checking what are the cops up to? What are the cops investigating nowadays? What kind of scene are they getting called to? All of this evidence will be presented to you. The one thing he doesn't do, the one thing Matthew Pahl, anybody to the fact that Stephanie is missing. He doesn't call her parents. He doesn't call the police. He doesn't ask the neighbors. He doesn't even call their own daughter. He doesn't lift one finger to alert anybody to the fact that Stephanie is gone. In fact, it's not until September 17th of 2022 that police go to his apartment with a search warrant to look for evidence. And that's the first chance they get to talk to Mr. Pahl about this. And what does he do? He lies. He lies about when he had last seen Stephanie. He lies about her whereabouts. He lies about her belongings. He lies about his own whereabouts. He lies. What he does, again, is try and cover his tracks. He tries to deflect the police and starts talking about Stephanie and her history. You see, Stephanie did have a hard life. There's no getting around it. There were times she felt hopeless. There were times she felt sad, depressed, lonely. She kept a journal. You'll hear some of these journal entries where she describes the despair that she's for journal entries, the cause of her despair and her hopelessness was the abuse that had been inflicted upon her by the defendant, Matthew Pahl. There was verbal abuse, emotional abuse, telling her she's stupid, she can't do anything right. There was physical abuse that she documented in her own journal. There was an occasion where she reported he hit her over the head with a bottle 5 or 6 times. There was an occasion where she reported he kicked her or punched her in the tailbone so bad she couldn't walk for days. Ow. There was an occasion where she reported he slapped her so hard in the face or on the side of the face it broke her eardrum. She got medical treatment for that. She will describe Mr. Pahl as Jekyll and Hyde, somebody that can snap on a dime.
That's usually how they are.
The defendant, Mr. Pahl, tries to use this history for his own benefit. Again, herself, because, she has this history. She's thought about suicide in the past. That's his answer to the officers on January 17th of 2022. Now, this investigation was lengthy. It took a year for the detectives to put this whole case together. And that's why it's going to take us 2 weeks to present it to you, right? Evidence, they interviewed witnesses, they subpoenaed or got warrants for all kinds of records, cell phone records, bank records, medical records, email records, messaging app records, video surveillance, anything they could to kind of document this, they did it. They seized computers and cell phones, and then they have computer forensic experts who extracted the data off the phone. You're going to hear a lot of testimony about that. They even enlisted the help of a human remains detection dog, or a cadaver dog. This is a canine that's trained specifically to detect the odor of decomposing human remains, just like you might see a dog at an airport detecting bombs or drugs or something like that. This dog has a unique training, and she is trained to detect decomposing human remains. You will hear testimony that this dog searched Mr. Pahl's vehicle and gave a positive alert. She hit on the car, indicating she could smell decomposing human remains in his truck. So this is all kind of an overview of the type of evidence we're going to present to you. There's one thing we won't be able to present to you, and that's the cause of death. And you may say, how in the world are you going to prove a murder case when you don't know how she died? Well, Judge Ramirez will instruct you on the law at the end of the trial. And he's going to tell you that, in fact, the burden of proof on the state of Wisconsin is not to prove how she died. You will not be asked that at the end of the case. You will be asked, did Matthew Pahl intentionally kill Stephanie Pavlons? The fact is, Dr. Scheel, our medical examiner, will tell you that the body was decomposed so badly she couldn't make a lot of her normal findings that she could otherwise. There's most of the major organs were missing, soft tissues missing from crucial areas on the body, the leathery type skin from being out in the elements for 17 days. And that's why you have count 2, which is hiding a corpse, right? Because we believe the evidence will show you that this was all at the hands of Matthew Pahl. He purposely left her in the woods in a spot where she wouldn't be found for 17 days to his advantage. Now the medical examiner can't even tell us what caused her death. That's why there's a law that prohibits people from hiding a corpse. We believe there's going to be a lot of evidence of him covering his tracks, messages, does all kinds of things to cover up. So, again, I'm asking you to be patient and pay good attention, because every witness has something important to tell you, right? Not one witness is going to tell you the whole story, but everybody has one little thing. And we believe that at the end, when we have presented our entire case to you, you will be convinced that Matthew Pahl is guilty of these charges we've levied against him. One of the most compelling pieces of evidence we will present to you is a timeline of his activities, to the best of our ability to piece it together between August 23 and September 9 of 2020, painted him into such a very small corner. The only reasonable conclusion you can reach is that he's guilty of killing Stephanie Pavlons in an intentional act. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Wolf?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, go ahead.
Good morning. I wanted to thank you again. Attorney Galaviz and I will be presenting the case for Mr. Pahl. And I also wanted to thank you for spending the time here and making sure that Matthew gets a fair trial. One night last week, I was at home sitting at the kitchen table going over some evidence in this case. My wife arrived home, fed the dogs, changed into sweats, and popped some kind of pre-made dinner from Costco into the oven. She reminded me that our daughter's birthday was in a few days. And we were planning on taking her out to dinner. See, Melanie is a sophomore in the dorms at Marquette. Christine decided she would make a cake for Melanie. We did not have cake mix at the house, so she decided to make the cake from scratch. I offered to help, but Christine does not allow me to bake. She trusts me to cook dinners. In fact, I actually do most of the cooking for the family, but she does not trust me to bake. You see, cooking is an art, whereas baking is a science. I simply cannot, more like I do not want to follow specific recipes. So I stayed at the table and continued to go over police reports. Christine opened her laptop, Googled a recipe, chocolate cake from scratch, then went to our pantry to start looking for ingredients. All the basics: flour, sugar, cocoa powder, salt, a few items from the refrigerator, milk and eggs. Christine had most everything spread across the kitchen counter, then went back into the pantry. She was searching every shelf. I asked what she was looking for. Not that I would know where anything was. She finally said baking powder. The recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of baking powder. I pictured in my head how little 2 teaspoons is. How could that really make a difference? Neither of us wanted to leave the house and drive to the store. After a bit of discussion, I finally won the argument. Christine agreed to go ahead and follow the recipe for chocolate cake, less the baking powder.
Oh, no.
She pulled dinner from the oven, lowered the temperature, and put the cake in. We enjoyed our dinner. 30 minutes later, dinner was eaten, The table and counters were cleaned up, and the oven buzzer notified us the cake was done. Christine turned off the oven, opened the door, and pulled the cake pans from the oven, and then she called me over. We both stared at the cake pans on the counter. While I may have won the argument about skipping baking powder, I knew I lost. I would be driving to the store the next day and hitting the bakery for a cake. I sat back down on the table and started reading police reports. Then I realized that this cake and criminal trials in general are like a recipe. Again, this is a criminal case. Over my 10 years as a police officer, then 23 years as a lawyer, I've learned that criminal cases are more important than regulatory actions, commercial litigation, and every other type of case. Criminal cases involve the most serious kind of government action and core individual rights and liberties. There's just more at stake, ladies and gentlemen, in a criminal case, so this process is really important. In the spectrum of legal proceedings, a criminal case is up here, and everything else is down here. The government, through the district attorney, must have all the ingredients. Without those necessary ingredients, the accused person must be found not guilty. You will find this case very interesting. This is my client, Matthew Pahl. You've heard the elements for the two charged offenses. You heard them on Friday. You'll hear them again throughout the case. You've heard the government's belief of may have happened August 22. Witnesses be able to testify to how Stephanie Pavlons' life came to an end. In a homicide case, the government always relies upon the testimony of one critical witness, that being the medical examiner. In this case, the Waukesha County medical examiner will testify that despite exhaustive testing and investigation, they can sum up the conclusion about the manner and cause of Stephanie's death in one word: undetermined. For you, the jury, a thorough analysis of the facts and circumstances in this case is critical. For you to find Matthew guilty, you must find that the elements of the offenses have been proven by the government, and proven by the government beyond a reasonable doubt. I cannot be sure how each witness will testify, nor do I know how the judge may rule on any objection. What do we know for sure? We know together. We know Matthew and Stephanie spent periods of time with Matthew, then spent extended periods of time with her at her parents' house in Delafield. We know throughout 2001 and 2002, Matthew had been communicating regularly with at least two girls in the Philippines. Stephanie was not only aware of this, but she also communicated with at least one of them. We know also that Matthew and Stephanie had medical issues and were taking prescription medication. We know Stephanie had a history of mental health issues. We know in the summer of 2022, May 23rd, Matthew broke his foot and needed to go through months of physical therapy. We also know Stephanie stayed at Matthew's apartment the night of August 22nd, 2022. And the next morning, they left the apartment building and drove to Orthopedic Associates in the town of Delafield. They stopped at Quick Trip, as the state indicated. Matt attended his regular scheduled therapy appointment, then drove. We know that on September 9th, 2022, some workers were placing no trespassing signs along a small wooded area east of Orthopedic Associates. Waukesha medical examiner cannot determine the cause or manner of death. You also heard from the state that Matthew did not report Stephanie missing to the police, but neither did anyone else. Not her daughter Layla, and not her parents. When you see certain evidence and hear certain testimony, you may not like Matthew Pahl, but you don't have to like him. This isn't a popularity contest. This is a criminal trial, and what you as a jury have to do is examine the evidence, listen carefully to the testimony, and make sure the elements find Matthew not guilty. The investigation into Stephanie's death involved the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department, the Racine Medical Examiner, and the State Crime Lab, among others. Well over 12 search warrants, at least 10 subpoenas, citizen interviews, countless hours scouring electronic media. Again, this was a very, very thorough investigation. There are a couple of questions I want you to ask yourself when the government presents its case. Ask, how did Stephanie get from the front seat of Matt's truck to the small wooded area where she was found? Keep in mind, her body was found in a wooded area that is bound by a heavy golf course and homes. Ask, if Matt carried Stephanie into that wooded area, when would he have done that? Keep in mind, the government has hundreds of hours of camera footage and cell phone mapping. Keep in mind, Matt was still dealing with a broken foot. Finally ask, what proof does the government have that Stephanie was even killed by another person? It could have been suicide, it could have been medical issues, it could have been anything.
That's argument. This is not an opening statement. That's argument.
I do agree with some of the things the prosecutor said. However, there are issues in this case, and those issues will support reasonable doubt. In a criminal case, the government, having the burden of proof, presents evidence first. Only after the prosecutor has presented their case will Matthew have the opportunity to present his case. We ask that each of you wait until you've heard from all of the witnesses, ours as well as theirs, before deciding what really happened. Further, I believe the government will not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that Matthew Pahl committed the offenses for which he is charged. Guilty. Listen for the facts that support what the government is alleging. Listen for what can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt. And listen for those ingredients that the government must have for their cake. And be aware of what is missing. Thank you.
Thank you. Caleb, if you could pull the podium back, please. And we'll pass out the notebooks, folks. And again, the bailiffs will give you instructions on what you do. The notebook is yours. And then once everybody gets their notebook, you can bring your first witness and then have him or her ready to testify. Okay. Okay, everybody's got their notebooks? All right, sir, come on up to the witness stand to my right. Remain standing and raise your right hand once you get up here, please. You have to come right around here, sir. And then face her. Step up here.
Please swear the testimony you're about to get in this matter before the court shall be.
And can you tell us your name, please?
Nicholas Fricano.
And spell the last.
F is in Frank.
Nicholas, can you tell us yours?
Nicholas.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you, Judge. Mr. Fricano, where are you employed?
J.H. Findorf and Son.
Okay, and what is that?
They're a general contracting company.
What are your general duties for that company?
I'm a project manager, so overseeing all aspects of the project.
Okay, and on September 9th of 2022, was your company hired by Pro Healthcare to do some job?
Yeah, that is correct. The Pro Healthcare owned land outside or surrounding the orthopedic hospital on Gulf Road.
Okay, and if you're looking at the orthopedic hospital facing north from Gulf Road, where is the Pro Healthcare land in relation to that area?
It's located on the east as well as on the west side of the orthopedic hospital.
Okay, so in relation to the golf course?
It would be south of the golf course.
Okay, what were you asked to do when you got there?
We were asked to install no trespassing signs around the perimeter of the vacant land.
Okay, for both sections of the vacant land or just one?
For both sections.
Who was with you that day?
Anderson, one of our laborers, as well as Jason Panoski, one of our carpenters.
Okay, and what was supposed to be your job? Were you going to be overseeing them or actually putting in the no trespassing signs?
I was there to direct them on where to place the signs.
Okay, and had there been some no trespassing or some trespassing problems?
To stop some illegal farming or identify that person. If they were to see the no trespassing signs with the phone number of Pro Healthcare Security on them.
Okay, do you remember how many signs you had with you to put out there that day?
I wonder what they
Not
were
the exact
farming.
number, I would say approximately a dozen.
Okay, and while you're out in the wooded area, just what did you locate? What did you observe?
So as we came around the south side of the, or sorry, not the south side. We came from the south side of the property around to the north side to place another no trespassing sign. There we observed a very foul smell and then stumbled across the deceased person.
Okay, so when you said you came across the north side, is that on the golf course side?
Yeah, that was on the golf course side.
Okay, so you observe a foul smell. Are all three of you together or have you kind of dispersed and all gone your separate ways?
They were following behind me with the wheelbarrow.
Okay.
We were pretty close.
So you place a sign on the north side of the tree area?
We placed a sign on the north side of the property on the golf road. It was off the tree line to the south side by the golf course.
Okay.
Or sorry, the north side by the golf course.
And that's when you smell something foul?
Correct, yeah, we smelled it when we got really close to the tree line.
Okay, what do you do next?
I instructed John Bergerson to pound in the sign. As he was pounding in the sign and placing it, I was just meandering around and saw a glimpse of the deceased victim.
Okay, what did you do next?
Initially, we were not sure. We went in a little closer to verify what it was. Once we got about away from it,
that's what they were for.
exited woods immediately and called 911.
Okay, so inside the woods of each person?
No, I was.
911?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to play for you what's been marked as exhibit number 1. I'm going to play a short portion and see if you can identify the voice, please.
Orthopedic Hospital of Wisconsin on Gulf Road.
Is that your voice, sir?
That is my voice.
Okay. And you're the one that called 911?
Correct.
Okay, I would move exhibit 1 into evidence and permission to publish for the jury.
Any objection? No, sir. All right, go ahead. It's admitted.
What's the address of the emergency?
It's the Orthopedic Hospital.
Okay, is that the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin?
Yeah, it's behind. There's no vacant lot next to it.
Okay, what's the telephone number that you're calling me from?
414-239-2295.
And your name, sir?
Nick Fricano.
Okay.
North Construction.
And tell me exactly what happened.
We found a dead body in the woods when we were putting up stakes for no trespassing sign.
Okay. And you're just, where exactly are you in relation to the Orthopedic Associates? Are you behind it, you said?
Yeah, we're to the west and behind it, like between the golf course and that. If you want to have someone meet me up.
Are you to the west or are you to the east?
No, sorry, to the east. Yeah,
Okay.
to the east. I'm standing in the parking lot of the hospital. We can walk back there.
Okay, and you're from a construction company?
Yep, yeah, we were putting up signs for Pro Healthcare on their lot, and we smelled something and then saw there's that guy back there for a long time, so it ain't he ain't coming back from it.
Okay. All right. What kind of vehicle are you going to be in so I can let them know?
I'm not in a vehicle. I'm in a red shirt with a white hard hat on.
Red shirt, white hard hat. Okay. Are you able to keep everybody away from it?
Yep, I got everybody out of there once we figured out what it is.
Okay. All right. I'll have a couple officers meet with you, okay?
All right.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yep. Bye.
Sir, you said in that 911 call that it was clear the person had been deceased for a while. How were you able to tell that?
They were missing quite a large amount of the body on the back side of him where it was in contact with the ground.
Okay. And you said, how close did you get to the body?
About 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. Now I'm going to show you just the witness first, what's been marked as exhibit number 2. Okay. Do you recognize what we're looking at on your screen?
Yes.
Okay. What is that area?
That's the area where we found the deceased person.
Okay. I would move exhibit number 2 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
All right, two's admitted, and you may do so.
So I'm going to ask Ms. Gussie if we can zoom in a little bit. And sir, if you can tell me, where were you placing those no trespassing signs? If you touch the screen, it'll actually make a marking.
Okay. So I believe there was one on this side, somewhere around there.
Okay.
I can't get to the other one.
Is it further?
It's about where the Windows symbol would be for the start menu.
Okay. So it's down below in that grassy area?
Yeah, it's in the
Maybe zoom
mode
out.
area by the.
Sure. We'll zoom out for you and then you can. Oh, all right. I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to ask the clerk to remove that and then I'll ask to mark both of the areas.
Exact area.
Okay.
And then there was another place along this area right here.
Okay. So then I would ask to preserve this as exhibit 2A. Now, sir, where were you walking? Could you mark on the screen? If we could clear the screen and zoom out, please. Where were you walking? Was it on the north side of the tree line near the golf course, or was it south below the tree line?
So when we started this side of the property, we started up front right here. We walked around this way, down there. They're cut through some taller brush right here, and then went back.
Okay.
And then put another sign probably approximately right there.
Okay, and that's actually on the other side of the trees if you
Correct.
were
And
facing.
it's on the other side of the tree line. We did not cross through the woods there.
Okay, if we could mark this as exhibit 2B, please. So as you make that path, approximately when did you observe the odor that you described as foul?
We got an initial smell of it. Once we were pounding in the sign right here, we did get a little bit more of the odor again.
Okay, that first circle that's a little bit, it's to the left of the photo, is that actually, you're inside the tree line or you're still outside of the tree line?
No, we were still outside of the main tree line. The grass just, it gets a little bit like unmowed, I would say.
Okay, and then that second circle that's further to the right of the photo, that's where you said the odor was stronger?
It was probably consistent throughout the
Okay.
times.
And then is that where you entered into the tree line?
Yes, 5 to 10 feet inside the tree line there, when we first saw something.
You were 5 to 10 feet in the tree line when you first saw something?
That's correct.
Okay. So all of those other places that you'd been, were you ever able to see the body?
No.
Okay, I would ask that this be marked as 2C, please. And then I'm going to show just first the witness exhibit 3. Is that on your screen now, sir?
No. Okay, there's some there.
You can see now? Okay. Do you recognize that area?
Yes.
What is that area?
It is the area we thought.
I would move exhibit 3 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection? No, sir. 3 is admitted.
Okay, so this is from the golf course side? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, and at the very top of the picture, is that Gulf Road?
Yes.
Okay, now you drew with a line on exhibit 3, you ultimately entered the tree line approximately.
We came around this way. We entered the tree line somewhere in here.
Okay, I would ask that be marked as exhibit 3A. And you said you placed an actual no trespassing sign within that outer area of the tree line?
Correct. It would be somewhere in the area I circled.
Okay. See the body?
No, I didn't see it immediately. I was kind of walking around a little bit there. It was very hard to, we didn't know what it was at first when we did walk into the tree line and did see something. It wasn't woods, so we were a little bit curious as to what it was. So.
Okay. Were you trying to find the source of the smell?
I don't specifically recall what exactly I was doing there. I was just kind of walking around.
Okay. That was a male or a female that was laying there?
We were unable to determine.
Okay. And did you get very close to it?
We got about 10 to 15 feet away from it.
Why didn't you get any closer?
We didn't want to disturb anything.
Okay. And you were certain that no one else that was with you got any closer or touched the body or anything like that?
To my knowledge, yes.
Okay. Did you talk to anyone before the police got?
My indoor crew, no.
Okay. And so when law enforcement arrived, you spoke with them and gave them a statement, right?
That's correct.
Okay. And if you can remember, was that where?
It was probably closer to the far side, the side that we did not enter on.
Okay.
I did not take exact measurements, though.
Sure. And you didn't take photos, right? You saw the body and immediately called 911?
That's correct.
No further questions. Thank you, sir.
Right, sir. You named a couple other people that were working with you. Can you give us their names again? Spell. There were 2 other people.
Yes.
What were the names? You can't spell that. The other names?
Yeah, it's so the other people were Jason Panoski. Jason is the common spelling, and then Panoski is, and then the other one was John Ferguson. He's one of our laborers. John is the common spelling, and I do not know how to spell Ferguson.
Okay. But it's Bergeson or Bergerson?
Yeah, Bergeson.
Okay, all right.
Judge, it's Bergeson.
Thank you.
Correct.
Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
Right. Mr. Galavis, go ahead.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. Now, I think you indicated that you are there on behalf of Pahl Health.
Yes.
Pahl Health owns this land just north of the wooded area, true?
That is correct to my knowledge.
And you also own the woods?
Also correct.
Land just north of the woods and people out of the woods, true?
Yes.
Pahl Health was having problems with people walking on the land and people walking into the woods, true?
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you were putting no trespassing signs, true?
That's correct.
And that was to keep people out of the land and out of the woods, true?
No, it's from farming.
Well, why were you putting the golf course side? The farmers weren't golfing, I mean, farming to keep the golfers out of the woods.
I don't know their intent.
Jason and John and yourself, well, Jason and John were the primary persons who were posting the signs,
Yeah, they were pounding the signs into the ground and then screwing the sign to the post.
and you were more or less the supervisor.
That is correct.
And I'm showing you it's marked as defense exhibit number 401. Is it up on your screen yet?
I have nothing on the screen.
Do you recognize that exhibit?
That is the area we found them.
Judge, I asked that, you asked to publish it?
No objection.
Right, it's admitted, you may do so.
Again, defense exhibit number 401, I'm not sure if the jury has it on their screens. You do. The area, when you were out there with the vehicles parked in the parking lot over to the right of that screen?
There were vehicles parked here. I believe all these vehicles over here are sheriff's vehicles or some other. They were not there at the time.
And again, on this exhibit, could you mark where you entered the woods?
Somewhere in here.
Judge, could I save that screen? Entered the woods. You said 5 or 10 feet, you were able to see something laying in the wooded area inside the woods, true?
Yes, that is correct. I was about 5 to 10 feet inside the wood line.
Did you ask for John and Jason to come over?
I did.
Did they come over by you?
They did.
Did all three of you enter the woods?
That is correct.
And all three of you entered where the something was laying on the ground in that area, true?
Correct.
Did you get right on top of it?
No, we were about 10 to 15 feet away from it.
So you didn't get near it?
No.
No, but Jason told the police he noticed that it was a female. Would you agree with that?
We were unsure of what it was at the time.
Did you hear Jason tell the police officers that it was a female lying in the woods?
Objection, hearsay.
Sustained. Next question.
Exhibit number 409. Yeah. I'm showing you what's marked as exhibit number 4, defense exhibit number 408. Do you see that on your screen?
I do.
Does it appear to be what you saw laying in the woods when you were standing 10 feet, 5 feet away?
Yes.
I'd ask that exhibit number 408 be published to the jury.
The objection?
408 or 409?
408.
Thank you. No objection.
Okay, it's admitted.
So were you that far away when you saw the
Picture, we were a little bit further away.
yeah, was it that clear to you, the wood area?
What do you mean by clear to me?
Did it actually depict the way it looked in the woods?
Yes.
Did you notice that the burning pit was off to the right?
No.
So I take it after you and the two others observed what was there, strike it. When did you realize that it was an actual person laying there?
When we were about, I would say, 25 feet away.
So even farther away from closer to the entrance of the woods.
It's hard to determine.
How long did you stay observing the person laying in the woods before you exited and called the police?
I would say about 30 seconds.
Did you call the police while you were standing there looking at the person? What did you exit the woods?
Woods, and then immediately exit woods is when I did one.
Exhibit number 408 seems to depict like a trail entering and exiting the woods. Would that be true?
I don't know if there was an established trail. It was not very dense.
Okay. I have no further questions, Judge.
All right, read it right.
Sir, you said you never got any closer to the body than 10 to 15 feet?
That's correct.
Okay. And what is the area north of Gulf Road? So between Gulf Road and the tree line, what is that area like?
It was very difficult to traverse. That's why we went around on. So it was brushy and.
And you were told that you were there to put up no trespassing signs because someone was trying to farm that land?
That's what we were told. They were illegally farming that area.
Okay. Thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, any recross?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Thank Next witness. Sir, if you come up to the witness stand to my right, please.
Somebody's allowed
And
to
once you get up
whisper.
there, raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Please swear the testimony you're about to give this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help God. Yes.
All right, have a seat, sir. Tell me your name, please,
Frank Frischello.
and spell the last name.
Frascello.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you. Mr. Frischello, where are you currently employed?
I'm sorry?
Where are you currently employed? September of 2022, where were you employed?
The Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
What's his
How long
first
were you
name?
employed as a Waukesha County Sheriff's deputy?
I was working there for a total of 10 years.
Okay. And on September 9th of 2022, what were your duties that day?
I was a patrol deputy.
Okay. And were you asked to respond to a call in the area of Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin on Gulf Road?
Yes.
What was the information that you had at the time you were asked to respond there?
That a couple workers in the area believe they had found a body.
Okay. And you were dispatched there at about 10:54 a.m.?
That sounds right.
Okay. When you arrived there, who do you make contact with?
There were a couple of workers that I had met with, and they explained that they were putting up no trespassing signs.
Okay. And were they able to show you where the body was actually located?
Yes, it was located in, they pointed it out to me, and it was located in a tree wooded area.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's already been admitted as exhibit number 2. We could show that to the published for the jury, please. Are you familiar with this area, Mr. Frischello?
Yes.
It should be on the screen in front of you there too. Okay. Is this the area that you were dispatched to?
Yes.
Okay. And I see some crime scene tape up.
Seen tape, but I don't know who else was assisting me.
Okay, that's fine. But when you got there, no crime scene tape is present?
Correct.
Okay. And which direction did the workers kind of lead you to show you where the body was? Was it on this side or was it on the north side near the golf?
Initially, it was on the north side by the golf course.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as exhibit number 3. Is this the other side that we are looking at here?
This would be a view from the golf.
Okay, do the screen where you were led and where ultimately shot for the jury. Sure.
Photo,
You can give us a general area of where you would have entered.
approximately, I believe.
Okay, I think that's 3D. B? Okay. So you enter the area there. Did you have one of the workers come with you?
Yes, I believe his name was Nicholas, was the one who brought me and showed me from this area.
Mr. Fricano led you into the wooded area?
Yes.
Okay. And as you approach that wooded area, what, if anything, do you observe?
So I believe I had seen a body, like it was closer to the tree line from the south side of the road. So I went back to my squad car to get my camera to take photos, and then that's when I went around the other side to take the photos.
Okay, so we're going to go back to exhibit number 2. And you entered actually the woods from this side of the area?
Correct.
Okay. And did you have those workers come with you this time on the south side of the woods, or did you go by yourself?
I would have remembered in relation to where I was from the north side of the road.
Okay. And then did you take some photographs yourself?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show just for the witness first. Exhibit number 4. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also going to show you exhibit number 5. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay. Are these true and accurate depictions of the photographs you took on September 9th of 2022.
Yes.
Okay, I would move exhibits 4 and 5 into evidence and permission to publish,
Any
please.
objection?
No objection.
All right, they're admitted.
Okay, so
Okay.
starting with exhibit 4, we'll just wait for that to get on the juror screen.
The scene from the south.
Oh shoot! I mean,
The only reasonable conclusion you can
I
reach.
didn't mean to do that. I was trying to move the subtitles.
We started up front right here. We walked around.
Where was I? Sorry, guys.
Exhibit 4 again, zoomed out. Sorry, not that much. Approximately how far back from the tree line are you standing here when you take this photo, if you remember?
I would say maybe it's probably 10 to 20 feet away.
Okay, and as you walk,
Where were we? Dang it! I gotta quit messing with stuff.
South side of the tree line, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and in the pictures, it showed that
Seen the crime scene tape, but I don't know who else was assisting me.
okay, that's fine. But when you got there, no crime scene tape is present?
Correct.
Okay, and which direction did the workers kind of lead you to show you where the body was? Was it on this side or was it on the north side near the golf course?
Initially, it was on the north side by the golf course.
Okay, I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as exhibit number 3.
This would be a view from the north side of the golf course.
Okay, and could you please mark on the screen where you were led and where ultimately you entered the wooded area, if you can show that for the jury.
I don't
What are you trying
recall
to say,
exactly where on this
Sure.
photo I was.
If you can give us a general area of where you would have entered the wooded area.
Probably would have been approximately here, I believe.
Okay, and I think that's 3D. B? Okay.
I believe his name was Nicholas, was the one who brought me and
Okay.
showed me from this area.
Mr. Furcano led you into the wooded area?
Yes.
Okay. And as you approach that wooded area, what, if anything, do you observe?
So I believe I had seen on that side because it looked like it was closer to the tree line from the south side of the road. So I went back in my squad car to get my camera to take photos, and then that's when I went around the other side to take the photos.
Okay, so we're going to go back to exhibit number 2. And you entered actually the woods from this side of the area?
Correct.
Okay. And did you have those workers come with you this time on the south side of the woods, or did you go by yourself?
I don't recall if I had them come with me at that time.
Okay.
To point it out to me, because I remember, I would have remembered in relation to where I was from the north side of the road.
Okay. And then did you take some photographs yourself?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show just for the witness first. Exhibit number 4. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm also going to show you exhibit number 5. Do you recognize that photo?
Yes.
Okay. Are these true and accurate depictions of the photographs you took on September 9th of 2022?
Yes.
Okay. I would move exhibits 4 and 5 into evidence and permission to publish,
Any
please.
objection?
no objection.
All right, they're admitted.
Okay. So
Okay.
4. We'll just wait for that to get on the jurors' screens. Okay. What are we looking at here?
So this is a view of the scene from the south side of the tree line. I was standing a little bit further back because to capture like where I was, the general area where I was looking.
Okay, and if we can zoom into this photograph, please. Hold on first. At this point in the photo, can you see where the body is located?
Yes.
Okay, and I'm going to zoom in now. If you can show us where the body is.
Circle it.
Yes, please. Okay. What are you able to visually see from this photo? What part of the body?
Legs appearing to be wearing jeans.
Okay, and that's kind of the bluish color that you're seeing on the screen?
Yes, so there's one tree kind of in the middle of where I circled, and then right here would be the.
Those would be the legs?
Legs.
Okay, if we can please preserve that, Madam Clerk. 4A, yes. Now I'm going to direct your attention to Exhibit 5. Is this a closer up picture of the same area?
Yes.
Okay, and now you're able to really see the body that has been located?
Yes.
Okay. Did you zoom your camera in, or did you physically move closer to the area where the body was?
So I used the zoom function on the camera because I did not want to get too close.
From here, you can tell that this is a body.
Correct. I knew upon seeing it, it was human.
Okay, not an animal, not some other.
I did not believe this was anything but a person.
Okay, if I can show you Exhibit 4 again, zoomed out. Oh, sorry, not that much. Approximately how far back from the tree line are you standing here?
It's probably 10 to 20 feet away.
Okay, and as you walked in that direction of the tree line, were you able to immediately see the body, or did it take some careful looking?
From what I recall, I had to get up to approximately this point to be able to see it.
Okay. And if you turned around, so if you're facing the woods and then you turn around and you look towards Gulf Road, were you able to see?
I remember that there was tall grass behind me, but I did not take any mental notes of whether I could see the road or not.
Sure, but this is quite a bit away from the roadway.
Correct.
All right. Now I'm going to show just for the witness exhibits 6, please. Do you recognize Exhibit 6?
Yes.
Okay. And is that the crime scene tape that you and other deputies placed?
Yes.
Okay. I would move Exhibit number 6 into evidence and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No objection.
6 is admitted.
Okay, this is the crime scene tape that we're looking at. And did you actually use one of those no trespassing signs that was placed by Mr. Percano to place the crime scene tape?
Here, so.
Okay. And you blocked off all the way around to the other side of the golf course?
Yes.
Okay. Why was it important to keep that entire perimeter blocked off from the public?
So one of the reasons is there's the public golf course on the other side. We didn't want anybody coming into the crime scene not a part of.
Okay. And when you arrived, you're the only deputy that arrived first, right?
I was the initial deputy, correct.
And when you get there, you decide this is a possible crime scene?
Yes.
Who did you call to make sure that other individuals were going to?
So she was notified as well as, so it was her determination to call other resources.
Okay, can you spell Lieutenant Larsul's last name for us, please?
F-U-E-L.
Okay. And who else would then arrive on the scene once you asked for those additional resources?
Our detective bureau.
Okay. And would they also have the medical examiner's office come out?
Eventually.
Okay. You were just the first person to the scene. After that, the whole troops come in?
Yes.
Okay. And it was your responsibility to make sure that between when you arrive and when the next 20 officers arrive, no one touches or disturbs the crime scene?
Correct.
Okay. No further questions. Thank you.
Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. If you're standing on the frontage road, you can see that show that the field that was between the frontage road and the tree line was probably knee high in a lot of places. Is that correct?
I'm sure in some places it could have been.
Okay, but other than that, it wasn't a prairie where there were high grasses or anything, correct?
It did not go above my head.
Okay. Did it go above your waist in any areas?
I don't recall.
Okay. You saw the picture of the crime scene tape, correct?
Yes.
And the crime scene tape is probably about between waist and knee high, correct?
Sure.
And you don't recall anything being higher than your waist, though, correct?
I didn't take measurements of the grass. No, I can't recall that.
Okay. When you were standing on the north side of the tree line, the golf course is actually groomed almost right up to the tree line, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So if a golfer had hit their ball into the woods there, they probably have to be pretty bad since it's behind a green, but if you could pull up Exhibit 4. You can actually see the golf course through this picture, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so it wasn't thick enough that it wasn't solid that you couldn't see through this wooded area, correct?
Correct, I can see through the wooded area.
Would you estimate that the thickness of the tree line there is about 30 to 40 feet?
I would say,
Like this picture, you can see that wooded area.
yes, I can see through it.
Okay. How close did you personally get to the body?
At the time of those photos, I was, like I said, about 10 to 20 feet away. I zoomed in with my camera to take the pictures.
Okay. You did take other photos where you got up close to the body, is that correct?
I don't remember taking any, like, right up on the body pictures.
Okay, you got close enough where you could see what the individual was wearing, though, correct?
Correct.
And you could tell that there was that the person was wearing jeans, correct?
Yes.
And that there was a bra on the person?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. Can you pull up forward again? What? Oh. Thank you. Again, this is a pic. Which one was that? Oh, okay. No further questions.
All right, any redirect?
I'm going to leave Exhibit 4 up, sorry. From the edge of the tree line. Exhibit number 4.
Far away from the body.
From the body, okay. And would you agree if you had not been directed to the body?
Needed to be pointed out to me, yes.
Okay, thank you. I don't have any other questions.
All right, any recross?
No further questions, John.
All right, thank you, and you are excused, sir. Thank you, sir. Next witness.
Thank you. So we'll call Detective Conrad.
You're front up to the witness stand to my right and remain standing once you get up there, please.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do. All right, have a seat, sir. Tell us your full name, please.
First name Mark, M-A-R-K. Last name Conrad, C-O-N-R-A-D.
Okay, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Detective Conrad, where are you employed?
With Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
And how long have you been employed there?
Since September of 2012.
Okay, and do you have any special...
Say a member of our unmanned aerial systems or drone unit.
Okay. And did you have to take special training to obtain some type of certifications to be on that unit?
Yes, part of the responsibility is getting called a Part 107 license with FAA 15 approximately.
Okay. And each of you calls Waukesha Sheriff and in that special capacity and the drone unit?
I was, yes.
Okay. Were you asked to respond to the area of Gulf Road near the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin building?
Yes, I was.
Why were you asked to respond there?
Both as a detective and I brought the drone equipment with to document the scene.
Okay. At the time that you're dispatched to respond there, why do they think the drone unit may be helpful?
It's an outdoor scene, which tends to be a larger area, and the drone equipment was somewhat new at the time, and it was a tool to use to take a broad scale image.
Okay. And so ultimately you took several, once the drone is up in the air, you can take still photographs?
Correct.
Okay. I'm going to show you what's been previously marked as exhibit number 2.
Yes, it is.
Okay. And it's really hard to see, but up at the top, there's actually a date and time stamp. Can you tell me what that date and time stamp is?
September 9th, 2022, 13:19:03 hours.
Okay, so that'd be 1:19:03 p.m.
Correct.
Okay. And where do you fly these drones from?
You can fly them anywhere. We have a remote. Generally, we're near a vehicle or we have a trailer that we use where we can.
Actually, on the left side of the photo near the driveway is
right below that white car is where I would be.
okay. So just above the exhibit sticker.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So you're standing within that trailer, and you're actually flying the drone, taking these photographs. Why is it important in an investigation to get some of these further away photographs of the entire area?
An elevated view can give you a different perspective than what you have on the ground. You can get an overall understanding of a crime scene.
Okay, and I'm going to show you what's also been previously marked and admitted as Exhibit 3. This is also one of the photographs you took?
Correct.
And this is from the north side, looking south to been admitted, Exhibits 7 and Exhibit 8.
I noticed
So first we'll start with Exhibit 7.
and hit her body.
Can you see that? Okay, and then Exhibit 8.
I can see that as well.
Okay, are those both photographs that you took using the drone?
They are.
Okay, I would move to admit Exhibit 7 and Exhibit 8 and permission to publish.
Any objection as to 7 or 8?
No objection to either.
We'll start with Exhibit number 7. Detective, this is the same area, but just a little bit further showing the driveway.
Correct.
Okay, and then Exhibit number 8. What are we looking at here?
This, so it's just out of frame, but the drone trailer would be on that driveway to the left. This is a more of a straight down view of the field that's to the south of the wooded area where the more focused crime scene was located.
Okay, and one of the downsides of these overhead about incline or maybe the scale of the land rising and falling?
Right, the elevation is harder to see on a 90-degree down than it would be from the ground or at more of an angle.
Okay, and you see 2 individuals there kind of in that grassy area. Those are detectives from the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department?
I know we had, I believe Waukesha Police Department was there as well, assisting.
Okay.
I don't know if one of them might be from that agency, but those are 2 investigators.
Sure, and the crime scene tape has been placed up there and the scene has been secured at that point?
Correct.
And what was the time of this photograph?
That shows 13:20:33 or 1:20 p.m.
Okay, and so the drone was deployed after the 1 o'clock hour to take these photographs, and you took, these are just a sampling, you took actually. Do you know what the status of the body that had been located? Was it still within the woods when you were taking drone photos?
Yes, it was.
Oh.
Yes, Judge, I'll take the cross.
Okay.
So, officer, you were running a drone in the area, true?
Correct.
And the drone was filming from above Orthopedics Associates, the parking lot, the golf course, around the wooded area, true?
Correct.
The golf road, frontage road, true?
Correct.
The freeway, true?
I don't know if the freeway was captured.
And then you were just going in circles around the wooded area, true?
Correct.
If I was to show you a surveillance drone, would you be able to recognize it if I put exhibit number 402? Defense exhibit number. Does that appear to be your drone surveillance tape that you took?
Yes.
Judge, this video is approximately not long, about 3 hours and
No, 3 minutes.
3 minutes and 55 seconds, and I'd like to play it for the jury.
No objection.
So you're asking it to be admitted?
Yes, sir.
All right, it's admitted. Go ahead.
Can you see it on the screen? Again, this is drone footage that you took, correct?
Correct.
I'm stopping this at 150 of your drone footage. Are you, see my marker here?
Yes.
Are you aware, or was anybody aware at that time that that is Mr. Pahl's pickup truck parked in the parking lot?
I was not aware of that.
One second, excuse me, Mr. Gallagher, you're stopping it at 205, actually, correct?
Oh, yes, Judge.
Okay.
Thank you.
No, I was not aware.
And again, you weren't aware that this was Mr. Pahl's pickup truck?
No, I was not.
Officer, that drone image that the jury just saw, did it actually depict the way that scene looked like on the 9th?
Yes.
I have no further questions, sir.
All right, Reed, direct?
No.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.
You, sir. Next.
Judge, we have the next witness has a lot of our evidence, so we just need a moment to get that.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So let's do this. Someone's going to wheel in some evidence or bring evidence in.
We have all the evidence over here.
Oh, all right, let's take a break, folks, all right? About, I'll say 10 minutes. We'll see how long it lasts, but we'll take a break. A comfort break, we'll call it. Thank you. You can leave your notebooks right on your seats, right? All right, thank you. All right.
Thank you.
We'll do the jury view, right? And again, I'll have specific instructions about the jury view when we go out, what we're going to do, how we should photographs and some of the photographs. So you have some familiarity with the scene. I'll talk more about it before we go out on our jury view, okay? So go ahead, next witness.
Thank you, Your Honor. The state calls for
This guy allegedly killed his girlfriend. He was talking to two women from the Philippines online, and he was making plans to go to the Philippines, leave his girlfriend, go to the Philippines, and then he did something to his foot or his ankle, and he was on crutches, and he couldn't go, and his girlfriend had to stay with him and help him, and he was in physical therapy and whatever. And then the girlfriend went missing, and there was no reports of her missing. No one reported her missing. And I guess they found the body, and then they started asking him questions. I don't know. I guess we'll find out the rest. They did find out that he was doing some Google searches about her on his computer. I guess trying to, like, her obituary and stuff, like trying to find out. Oh, okay, Nichelle. Yeah, there's a couple that have, they do ADHD videos, and they have a podcast too, and they developed an app. They call it body doubling, and so when she has to clean, she opens her app, and they don't talk or anything. They just work. but they have each other there. I don't know. Whatever. Okay, so that's all I know so far. Is that nobody reported her missing. Even their daughter. They have a daughter. They've never been married, but they have a daughter together. Even her daughter. Hey, Flash. So even their daughter didn't. I don't know how old the daughter is. I'm assuming if she, I mean, they mentioned that she didn't even report her missing, so I'm assuming she's an adult. They said that they had an on-again, off-again relationship.
Floor.
All right, you'd like to come on up to the witness stand to be sworn in, please.
Come on, StreamYard, knock it off.
Please swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
All right, have a seat, please. And tell us your first and last name.
It's Christina Lafleur.
All right, spell both of them for us.
First name spelling is Chrilleur.
All right, thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Good morning, Detective Lafleur.
Good morning.
Thank you for being here. I understand you're maybe not feeling the greatest today.
Yeah, a little bit, yeah.
Okay, if you need a break or need more water, just let us know, okay? Thanks for being here. I want to direct your attention to September of 2022. How were you employed at that time?
I was a detective with the Waukesha County Sheriff's Department.
Did you have any special assignments in September of 22?
Yes.
What was that?
I was assigned to the Identification Bureau. I also managed the property.
So can you tell the jury what the Identification Bureau is, please?
So it's basically, I respond to crime scenes and process them photographically and collect evidence, and then I also maintain our evidence storage area.
Property maintained in storage at the sheriff's office?
It's in a locked, I guess, a locked storage area that only 4 people have access to.
Okay, and you inventory everything that goes in and out of that storage area?
Yes.
Okay. Directing your attention to the date of September 9 of 2022, were you asked to respond to the location of County, Wisconsin? Are you familiar with that area?
Yes.
People often what businesses do you recall?
So the Orthopedics Associates of Wisconsin is there, and then north of that location that I got dispatched to is the Western Lakes Golf Course.
Roads, what direction?
East and west.
Okay. And so Air was stood correct. I'm going to show you photographs from review of
Nancy, thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy. That's so sweet. Thank you. That's really, I appreciate it. That's very generous of you. It looks like Waukesha because it is Waukesha.
should be up on your screen now?
Yes.
Okay. Do you recognize this photograph, please?
I do.
Do you believe this to be a photo that's a true and accurate depiction of the area?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 198, permission to publish, please.
Objection.
All right, it's admitted.
We're going to put it up, and I'm going to ask you to explain to the jury what we're looking at, please.
Okay. So up here, and then to the northwest, that's Orthopedics Associate. Sorry, Orthopedics Associates. Building there.
Okay. And next, I'm going to put up for the witness number 199 for the witness only, please. True and accurate depiction of the area.
Yes.
Okay. Permission to admit 199 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
No objection.
All right, it's admitted.
Okay. Please describe the direction and what's seen in this view, please.
Yep. So this is taken facing north from Gulf Road, and then to the left, which would be west, is Orthopedics Associates, and then to the east is the wooded area and the open field.
Okay. Do you recognize Exhibit 9?
Yes.
And this is also a photograph depicting the area?
Correct.
Is this a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Move to admit number 9 and permission to publish, please.
Objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
So this would be facing towards Gulf Road. That's the road that's going east to west there. So it's kind of a southeast direction. And then to your left there, you see the wooded area. And then this is the open field right here.
Okay. Can you see I-94 in that photograph?
Yeah. Very, like, if you zoom in, you can see it in the background, yes.
Okay. And does I-94 run parallel to Gulf Road in this area?
Yes.
Also running in Exhibit 10 for the witness, please? You recognize this photograph?
I do.
Is it a true and accurate representation?
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, go ahead, it's admitted.
North into the wooded area. And then you see those two evidence markers there, 1 and 2.
Okay, so the screen in front of you is a touch screen.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
That's okay. If you could please just circle the items you just described for us there, so we're all looking at the same thing.
Oh, I can hardly see you.
I'm going to preserve 10A, Your Honor.
All right.
And then before we go further on that, I'd like to go back to Exhibit 156, please. $156 is up?
Yes.
Move to admit permission publisher.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 156 is admitted.
Please describe for the jury what we're seeing here.
So this is taken facing westbound towards Orthopedics Associates.
Okay. Where are you in relation to the body at the time you took this photograph? It was in the tree line?
Yes.
Okay. As you look at that photograph here, Detective, on the stand, can you see any cars in the OAW parking lot?
No, the cars that are seen there are squad cars.
Okay. What's that object on the left, square object on the left side of the photograph? Can you tell what that is?
Like the silver where the hand is?
Yes.
That's a clipboard.
Okay. From one of the Exhibit 166, please. Is 166 a true and accurate representation of the area on 9/9 of 2022?
Yes.
Move to admit permission to publish. Please
Good
describe.
Lord, learn to whisper
So
or
this is
shut off the mic.
kind of like a south, southwest direction.
Proximity.
Close to it. So I'm just south of the body.
And that same clipboard's there in the middle of the photograph?
Yes.
Can you see those utility boxes up on the corner that we saw in the first two pictures I showed you?
No, I can't.
All right, if we could go, well, let me ask you a question, Detective. What is your role when you arrived on the scene?
So my primary role was to take photographs of the scene as well as collect any evidence that was located.
Okay. You put up that you had put, or somebody had put markers near the evidence. You circled those for us in that photo, correct?
Yes.
Explain what you're doing there, please.
Excuse me. So with any piece of evidence that's located, an evidence placard is placed by each piece of evidence to document its location.
Okay. Now, maybe we can show to the witness only. I'm going to show just to move her 11, 12, 13, 20, and 21, and then the 11, 12, 13. Is number 11 on your screen now?
No.
Is that on your screen?
No, I've got a blank screen.
It takes a moment for it to come up on her.
Okay, thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Is that a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 12 for the witness only, please. True and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 13? True and accurate representation?
Yes.
Exhibit 20? Oh, okay, thank you. Your Honor, I move to admit 11, 12, and 13 and permission to publish.
Objection?
No, sir.
All right, 11, 12, and 13 are admitted.
So please display evidence that you noted at the scene. Is that correct, Detective?
Yes.
And you labeled them as number 1 and number 2?
Correct.
Okay. And next photograph, number 12, please. What is item number 2?
So item number 2 is a scalpel. It's got a green handle and it's got a cover sheath on the blade.
Can you see the cover in the photograph?
Yes.
Can you circle it, please? And I'd ask to preserve that as 12A.
Yes.
And what was item 1?
It was a vape.
A vape.
Yes.
Okay. Photograph, or excuse me, exhibit 13, please. What are we seeing there?
This is just a close-up of item number 2, the scalpel.
Okay. And that's exactly as you found it?
Correct.
Okay. It appears there's some grass laying on top of the scalpel?
Yes.
Okay. Or covering the scalpel in some fashion?
Yes.
Okay. Did you collect the vape and the scalpel as evidence in this case?
I did.
Okay, I'm going to show you these items. They've been marked as exhibits 20 and 21. First, item 20. Please identify.
So this is evidence placard number 2. This is a scalpel.
Okay. And that item's on inventory at the sheriff's office since you collected in September.
Yes.
You had a trip to the crime lab.
It appears so, yes.
Okay. And then exhibit 21.
I love her hair.
Please identify.
Yep. So this is evidence marker number 1. This is the vape.
It's a smoking device.
Yes.
Why is it a great big long plastic thing instead of just a little empty?
And I move to admit 20 and 21, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, both are admitted.
Now, Detective, in addition to collecting that physical evidence at the scene, did you have an opportunity to get close to the body?
Yes.
Did you photograph the body?
I did.
Did you make observations about the body?
Yes.
Before we look at any photographs, what do you remember about the body as position, clothing, like that, please?
Was seated on her back, facing west. Her feet were facing east. She was wearing a dark colored t-shirt, jeans, a dark colored belt, and white athletic shoes. Her hands were bent up above her head to the side, and her right arm appeared to be partially pulled out of the right sleeve of the shirt. So the shirt was actually pulled up. She had a bra on too that was actually pulled up as well. The pants were unbuttoned, but they were still zippered. And then the belt was undone, but still in the clasp, in the metal clasp.
Did you photograph all of these things that you just described to me?
Yes.
Okay. And the body itself, what kind of condition was the body in?
At advanced states of decomposition.
For the witness only, I'm going to ask her to view exhibits 14 through 19, please. And we'll go one at a time. With 14. Do you see 14 on the screen? Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Okay. Is it a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Number 15. True and accurate description?
Yes.
Depiction, excuse me. 16. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
17. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
18. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
And 19. True and accurate depiction?
Yes.
Now, in these photographs, we have attempted to somewhat blur the head and face of the victim, is that right?
Yes.
So they're not as vivid or descriptive as they were when you took the photograph, correct?
Yes.
Okay. But other than that, they're true and accurate representations of the condition of the body.
That's correct.
Move to omit 14 through 19 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're all admitted. You may do so.
Camera on my laptop just turned on for no reason. I looked over there and I saw myself.
Please describe 14.
So this is facing northbound into the woods.
Okay. And the body's visible in this photograph?
Yes.
Okay. Number 15, please. Please describe.
And this is just a closer up view, walking through the clearing up to the body.
Okay. You said her head was to the west and her feet were to the east.
Yes.
And it's almost as if she is also parallel to Gulf Road and I-94, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Number 16, please. Describe.
So this is facing west, just an overview of her feet to her head.
Okay. And this is the condition of her clothing when you found it.
Yes.
Her jeans were in what kind of condition?
So I noted dirt on the groin area of her pants, and then also the bottom portions of each leg from the pants. And there was also dirt on her left shoe as well.
Okay. Number 17, please. Please describe.
So this is just facing south, just getting the overview of the left side of her body.
Okay. 18.
And this would be overview on top of her torso.
Okay. You had described for us the condition of her shirt, and there appeared to be an object consistent with a bra and her pants, right?
Yes.
Now that we have the image, can you just point out those highlights for the jury again, please?
You want me to circle them on?
You can, sure.
Okay. So her buckle, actually there's one here. So, but the buckle right here is still intact. I mean, it's loosened, but it's still intact. Her buttons to her pants are also undone. Her bra is pushed up, and then you see her right arm that's partially pulled out of her right sleeve.
Okay. May I please ask to preserve 18A, Your Honor?
Yes.
Thank you. And then finally, number 19. Please describe.
So this is just a different viewpoint, taking the photo above
Okay.
her torso.
This was the condition of the body when you found to your opinion?
Maggots.
Maggots, okay. And you've seen those at crime scenes before?
Yes.
Okay. And were they abundant?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to move away from the crime scene now and direct your attention to the date of September 17th of 2022.
Why, Nancy?
And did you have further involvement in this case on that date?
Yes.
Did you assist with 5001 Delafield Street?
It is.
Okay. And who lived at that apartment to your understanding?
It would have been the defendant and the victim.
Okay. You understood it to be their apartment?
Yes.
Okay. When you first arrived on scene, were you responsible for seizing and photographing Mr. Pahl's truck?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to show to the witness, please, Exhibit 22. Is it up?
Yes.
Okay. Is that a true and accurate depiction of Mr. Pahl's vehicle as you found it that day?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit permission to publish 22, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 22 is admitted.
Okay. Please describe for the jury what we're seeing in this photo.
So this is a Toyota Tacoma that was registered to the defendant in a handicap parking spot. And then in the background is the apartment building.
Is this exactly where you found the vehicle, or did you move it for the purposes of this photograph?
No, this is where it was found.
Okay. Parked just like that?
Yes.
What did you do to seize the vehicle and maintain the integrity of the vehicle?
So I took overall photographs of all sides of the vehicle, and then I used evidence tape and secured across each of the doors, as well as the hood. Both, there's one here, and then there's one on the other side, cargo areas, so those were sealed with evidence tape. And then on the back side of the cab was also sealed with evidence tape. And I initialed and dated it.
Okay. And then eventually the vehicle is taken where?
It's taken back to our evidence storage garage.
Is that a secure location?
Yes.
Okay. That's maintained by the sheriff's department, yes. Not like a private tow facility.
Correct.
Okay. All right. Eventually, did you go inside and assist with collecting evidence inside the defendant's apartment?
Yes.
Okay. I'd like to show for the witness Exhibit 1. Do you recognize Exhibit 181?
I do.
What is it?
It's a property inventory sheet.
And tell the jury what that means.
So it's basically a document that anytime evidence is collected, we fill out this property inventory sheet, which documents the location, the time, the date, who collected it, where it was collected from.
Okay. And is this an item that you completed?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit 181, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 181 is admitted.
Okay. And this sheet tells you everything that was collected as evidence inside Mr. Pahl's apartment, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm not going to go through everything. How many items total if we scroll down?
Okay. So that would have been...
Keep going, please. I'm sorry.
23.
23 items total?
Yes.
Okay. Could you please go back to page 1? And I'd like to start out with item 2. You see that?
Yes.
What was collected as item number 2?
An iPad?
An iPad. I'll show you first exhibits 33 and 34 for the witness. Have you seen those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions of the evidence collected inside Mr. Pahl's apartment?
Yes.
Move to admit 33 and 34, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 33 and 34 admitted.
What are we seeing in 33, please?
So this is an overview of the iPad. This is on I believe there was a futon or some type of couch that was in the living room in the apartment.
Okay. And 34, please. Please describe.
This is just a close-up of that same item.
Okay. And then I'm going to show you physical item number 45. Please identify.
It's an iPad.
Okay. Same iPad we've just been talking about.
Except with a pink. There's no pink cover.
The pink case is no longer with us.
Yes.
Okay, but it is the same item that was collected from the couch or the futon in the living room at Mr. Pahl's apartment.
Yes.
Okay. Next, if you could please display for the witness only Exhibit 23.
No objection.
It's admitted.
So this is bringing in on pink.
Okay.
I'm sorry, it's just in the living room
In
still.
the living room. And collected as evidence in this case?
Yes.
Shows Exhibit 43. Please identify.
This is that same pink water bottle in the picture.
Okay. Move to admit 43, Your Honor.
Any objection?
Sir.
43 is admitted.
I think I forgot to admit 45, the iPad. Move to admit.
All right, admitted.
Next, please put up for the witness photograph Exhibits 24 through 26. Have you had an opportunity to review all of those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they all true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Your Honor, I move to admit 24 through 26, and permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 24, 25, 26 are admitted.
Please describe 24.
So this is an overview focusing in on, there's a closet.
You can circle it or point to it. Yeah.
Yep, so closet's right here.
Okay, you've drawn an X on the
Closet door.
Okay. And that pink water bottle was in the same area?
Yep, it was behind this little shelf area.
Okay. Your Honor, may I please preserve 24A?
Yes.
And then please clear that, and we'll move on to 25. What do we see in 25, please?
So this is just a closer view of a beer stein that was located in the closet on the floor.
Okay. And then 26. What are we seeing in 26?
This is just a close-up of the contents that were inside of this beer stein with two pill bottles.
Did you collect those 2 pill bottles as evidence in this case?
Yes.
Okay. I'll show you 42. Can you identify 42?
Yep, these are the 2 pill bottles that were located in the beer stein.
Move to admit 42, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 42 is admitted.
Please present for the witness only 35 and 36. Have you had an opportunity to observe those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Move to admit 35 and 36, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're admitted.
Please describe 35.
So this would be in the bedroom. It's like a dresser or a dresser, and so I'm focusing in on that black cell phone that's on top.
Okay. And then 36, please. Please describe.
This is just a close-up of that same cell phone.
Did you collect that item as evidence in this case?
Yes.
The Exhibit 46. Please identify.
This is the same cell phone that was located in the bedroom on that the dresser.
Move to admit 46, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 46 is admitted.
All right. Please display for the witness 27 through 31. Have you had a chance to observe each of those photographs, ma'am?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate? Yes. Permission to, or excuse me, please admit 27 through 31 and permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
So we'll start with 27. Please describe.
So this is that same dresser where that phone was located. The door's open on the top shelf. You can see a black purse.
Okay. That's the same dresser where the cell phone was located, you said?
Yes.
Okay. 28, please. Describe.
This is just a close-up of that same black purse.
29. Describe.
And the contents.
Okay. Next, 30.
Excuse me. Additional contents that were in that same purse.
Identification for Stephanie Pavlons.
Correct.
Okay. And 31, please. Please describe.
These were also inside that purse.
And what are these objects, please?
2 vapes and 2 pill bottles prescribed to Stephanie.
Okay. The purse itself was collected as evidence?
Yes.
Okay, this is item number 44. Please identify.
This is the purse that was collected.
And there's a
blue vape that's in the center of
blue
it.
vape in the center. If you could just hold that, show that to me.
Sorry.
That's okay. Okay. Move to admit 44, please.
Any objection?
No, sir.
44 is admitted.
All right, please display 37 through 40 for the witness. Have you had an opportunity to review all of those photographs?
Yes.
Are they true and accurate depictions?
Yes.
Move to admit 37 through 40, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're all admitted.
.37 is going up. Please identify.
So this it's a bag with medication, various other medical supplies are inside of it.
Okay. 38. Please describe.
Close up of some of the medical items that were seen in that bag.
39.
And specifically close-ups of the scalpels that were inside that bag.
Okay. 40.
Just turned over the bag to take a picture of the other side.
Okay. And 41. Nope. 41's right here. Exhibit 41, please identify.
Those this bag of scalpels that were located in that black bag.
Why does he have scalpels?
Just from your plain observation, did the scalpel in the apartment seem to match the scalpel at the crime scene?
They were similar, yes.
Okay. I can take all of those things back. Please. We'll try and stack it.
Okay.
Thank you. Please display for the witness only Exhibit 32. Do you recognize Exhibit 32?
Yes.
What is it? Just tell us what it is before I
okay.
ask the judge to.
These are the contents of the defendant's wallet.
Okay. Is this a true and accurate depiction?
Yes.
And how is it that you photographed the contents of Mr. Pahl's wallet?
I was notified by Detective Seitz.
Okay.
That
I don't know if I should start another stream or do it in here. I'll do it in here. It says verdict is in on court TV. See, verdict is in. Yep. That's usually what it means when it's quick. It's not raining here yet, but StreamYard's being ornery today. What being ornery, StreamYard? Probably is my chair that's making noise. But StreamYard is not behaving. There, now you can see it. Verdict is in. Oh. Well, no, I can't because StreamYard's not. There it goes. It's 66 here. But I don't know what my dad did when he built this house. This house is so hot. I had to turn the air on because I got hot. And it's 66 outside. How long are we going to have to sit here and wait? I guess. You guys want to keep watching the other one until there's some movement in the courtroom? Rather than sit here wasting time.
Sheriff's Department.
Okay. Your Honor, move to admit 32, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, it's admitted.
Located in his wallet.
Identification for him. There was some bank cards, some insurance cards, keys, and some paperwork that had passwords and other various notes on it.
Okay. The card in the middle that's kind of dark blue in color, do you see that?
Yes.
Whose name is on that card?
So referring to this one right here.
Yes, ma'am.
It has the name of Stephanie on it, Pavlons.
Okay. The sheet again, but do you recall that a cell phone was also seized from Mr. Pahl on this date?
I can't recall this.
Okay, we'll put up 181, please. At the very bottom. There. Does that refresh your recollection, ma'am?
Yes.
Was there a cell phone seized from Mr. Pahl?
At the residence, yes.
Okay.
Or the apartment, yes.
Now I'd like to direct your attention to the date of September 19th of 2022. Were you working this case that day?
Yes.
And do you remember what your involvement was on that date?
I can't recall if that was...
No problem. Not called to the secure storage area to perform a search.
Yes.
And is it consistent with your memory that was the date of September 19th of 2022?
Yes.
The day before the crime lab came out?
Correct.
Okay. And where did you go?
I went to the evidence storage garage where the truck was being held.
Okay. And did you meet with anybody over there?
Yes.
Who did you meet with?
With a K-9 officer from Racine County.
And tell the jury about this secure storage area where this is where Mr. Pahl's vehicle had been taken to.
Yes.
Okay. Tell us about that, please.
So we have it's basically a pole barn, a very large pole barn, and we also have a gated area outside as well. We primarily store vehicles that are involved in fatal car crashes or vehicles that need to be processed for evidence.
Okay. And so about how many cars are kept in there at any time?
It could be between 20, 30 vehicles inside and outside.
Okay. And I'm going to ask that a couple of photographs be displayed for you only, 47 through 50, please. Have you seen all of those?
Yes.
Okay. Are they true and accurate representations of the inside of the pole barn on September 19th of 2022?
Yes.
Move to admit 47 through 50, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, they're admitted. Go ahead.
So we'll start with 47. So give us an overview of what we're looking at here, please, Detective.
So I just want to add that this photograph was taken with the two vehicles that are in the background right here.
Yes.
Are the state crime lab, so this is actually the day after. So these
When
vehicles.
the photograph was taken?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you for clarifying that.
Yes.
Except for those two vehicles from the crime lab personnel, had the contents of the pole barn changed in any other way?
No.
From one day to the next?
No.
Okay. Do you see Mr. Paul's truck in 47?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's right here.
Okay. Your Honor, I ask to please preserve 47A, and the two items in the square are the crime lab vehicles, and the item with an X is Mr. Paul's vehicle. Is that correct, Detective LaFleur?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so if you could please clear the screen, Madam Clerk, and then I'll ask you just to kind of orient us what we're looking at.
Okay, so this is facing, so the pole barn has two large overhead garage doors on both the east and the west side, and they also have a service door on each side as well.
Okay.
So facing east.
Okay. Please describe.
Yep, so this would be facing north. And then the other service door to the west is on the left side there.
Okay, can you, with an X, mark the overhead door?
Yes.
And then with a circle, the service door?
You can't really see it from, so this is the exit. So it's right below.
Okay, actually, I think the next picture will show us better, but can we please preserve 48A, Your Honor?
Yes.
49? You see that service door a little bit better in this one?
A little bit, it's right about here at the top of it.
And to the right of the service door, it appears there's some motorcycles there?
Yes.
Can you explain that?
So those are other vehicles that were involved in fatal or serious injury crashes.
Okay.
I don't believe we had any stolen vehicles at that point in time, inside.
Please preserve 49A.
Yes. Okay.
And then 50.
All right, so this is again facing east. So directly behind me, or would crime lab took the photo, but directly behind where this photograph would have been taken is the other service door.
Okay. And so now we're looking back down the length of the building?
Yes.
Okay. And those two crime lab vehicles are still there in the middle?
Yes.
And then what else? What's around the side, around the edges of the pole barn?
As far as like
vehicles?
Yeah, those are just other vehicles that were stored there.
Okay. And ordinarily, if the crime lab hadn't parked their vehicles there, that area's open?
Yes.
So you can move vehicles around if you need to or access them?
Yes.
Okay. And the vehicles are all kind of parked along the outside or the perimeter of the pole barn?
Mostly we try and keep them on the north and the south side.
Okay.
But we were pretty.
Oh, come on. Oh, it's going. All right. Why is there no sound? They haven't turned the sound on yet? Turn the sound on. Are we going to be able to hear this? No, she's not. Because during the Ali trial, the person that came in and said effing terrorists and she hid them, she texted me and said, I hated to do that. She banned somebody. She banned a troll. And she texted me and said I hated to do that.
Thank you. Thank you. Please be seated.
Mr. Durant, if you remain standing and face the jury, Madam Foreperson, will you please stand? Has the jury reached verdict? Yes. How say you, Madam Foreperson, as the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of the crime of second-degree murder, recklessly causing the death of Caitlin Nafzinger, as charged in the charging document identified with charge ID 2217221C, or not guilty? Guilty. You say, Madam Foreperson, the defendant is guilty? Yes. So say you all, ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes.
How say you, Madam Foreperson, is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of the crime of reckless conduct with a deadly weapon, as charged in the charging document identified with charge ID 2217222C, or not guilty? Guilty. You say, Madam Foreperson, the defendant is guilty? Yes. So say you all, ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes.
How say you, Madam Foreperson, is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of the crime of endangering welfare of a child, as charged in the charging document identified with charge ID 2217223, or not guilty? Guilty. You say, Madam Foreperson, the defendant is guilty? Yes. So say you all, ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes.
How say you, Madam Foreperson, is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of the crime of second-degree murder, knowingly causing the death of Caitlin Nafzinger, as charged in the charging document identified with charge ID 22.
Is he stupid?
508C, or not guilty? Guilty. You say, Madam Foreperson, the defendant is guilty? Yes. So say you all, ladies and gentlemen of the jury?
Yes.
Thank you, Madam. You may be seated. Your Honor, could you poll the jury, please?
Certainly. Defendant has requested to poll the jury.
Yes, Your Honor. Juror number 3, will you please stand? Sir, in your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of the charge ID 2217221C, second-degree murder, reckless, or not guilty?
Guilty.
How say you, is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon, or not guilty?
Guilty.
How say you, is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering welfare of a child, or not guilty?
Guilty.
And is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second-degree murder, knowing, or not guilty?
Guilty.
Thank you. Have a seat. Juror number 6, if you could stand in your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second-degree murder, reckless, or not guilty? Guilty. How say is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon, or not guilty? Guilty. How say is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering welfare of a child, or not guilty? Guilty. And how say is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second-degree murder, knowing, or not guilty? Guilty. Thank you. Juror number 7, if you could stand in your individual capacity as juror, how say is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second-degree murder, reckless, or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon, or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering welfare of a child, or not guilty? Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Thank you. Have a seat. Juror number 8. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Is he guilty of, is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Thank you. Juror number 9. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant guilty? Defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Guilty. Thank you. Juror number 10. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty
Grandparent,
of charge
probably.
ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty?
It's second degree. He'll get parole.
Guilty of charge ID
So he'll get to see them when they're all grown up.
second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Thank you. Juror number 11. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 22172?
And he'll get to say, I did it for you. She was going to take you away from me.
Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Guilty. And is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Guilty. Thank you. Juror number 12. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty?
Guilty.
Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty?
Hey, gorgeous girl.
Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty?
Guilty.
And is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty?
Guilty.
Thank you. Juror number 13. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Thank you. Juror number 14. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Guilty. And is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Guilty. Thank you. Juror number 15. In your individual capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering the welfare of a child or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237508C, second degree murder, knowing or not guilty? Guilty. Thank you. And capacity as juror, how say is the defendant Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217221C, second degree murder, reckless or not guilty? Guilty. How say is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217222C, reckless conduct, deadly weapon or not guilty? Guilty. Is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2217223C, endangering welfare of a child or not guilty? Guilty. And is Dustin Duran guilty of charge ID 2237? Thank you.
Okay, any further requests at this time? Okay, please be seated. Okay, members of the jury, I want to thank you for your service, and in a moment I'll have you retire to the jury deliberation room. I'll come in and see you in just a moment, and thank you again for your service. Anything further on behalf of the state before I dismiss this jury?
No, Your Honor.
Anything further from the defendant before I dismiss this jury?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Please rise for the jury.
Are they going to set a sentencing date?
Thank you. Please be seated. State's position on bail.
Your Honor, the state would ask that bail remain at no bail.
Any response from the defendant?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, all right. Bail shall be, no bail will be continued, and I would like to address the jury sooner rather than later. Next thing would be the court would order a pre-sentence investigation from the New Hampshire Department of Corrections, and a sentencing date will be determined. Obviously, the Department of Corrections will need a certain amount of time before a pre-sentence investigation report can be completed. Do we have a tentative date, or we would?
Yes, Your Honor. There is time on the docket on December 11th starting at around 10 a.m. Does that work for counsel?
I can just check, Your Honor. We have a lot of family members. That's about 45 days. You know, the state can make December the 11th work. How much time would the court have available for us on that date for hearings?
At this time, Your Honor, from 10 a.m. on there's free time, so.
That's fine with the state.
I'll state, you know, my concern is I want to make sure that during the month of December, obviously, there's other things that also occur that sometimes interfere with the participation in these sorts of matters, but we will take that under advisement under the circumstances. Anything further at this time from the state?
Nothing from the state.
Okay, any, defense counsel, anything further at this point? Okay, all right, I will speak to the jury. The matter is concluded. Mr. Duran, I remand you back to the custody of the Coast County Sheriff's Department. Court will be in recess.
Hey, Jeanette. I asked Peter Tragos this question a long time ago. And he said that the reason they do it is because someone could feel pressured into making the decision. They could be intimidated by the rest of the jury or something. And when they're in the courtroom with the judge and the lawyers and everybody there, they could feel less scared to say what they really think. And then if that happens, then the judge could declare a mistrial. Oh, good. Thank you, Carla. the judge could declare a mistrial or ask them to go back and ask them if they thought they could go back and deliberate more or something like that. So that is why they poll the jury. PSI is the pre-sentence investigation, because they can have, it can bear on their sentence if they've never been in trouble before. It can give them good behavior so they don't have to have as harsh of a penalty. Well, I thought we'd at least get first day done today, but I don't know now. I've got it sped up.
Okay. All right, moving on. We talked about the fact that the crime lab did a search of the truck, correct?
Yes.
And I'm going to ask to put up for the witness only Exhibit 52.
It's okay. We'll get caught up to live.
Do you recognize 52?
Yes.
What is it?
It's another property inventory sheet for evidence that was collected during the search warrant.
On the truck?
Yes.
Okay. And what was your role in being there that day?
I just stood by as the crime lab personnel assistant.
Preserve it and maintain it for use in this case?
Yes.
Okay. Permission to publish, move to admit 52, permission to publish.
Any objection?
No, sir.
52 is admitted.
So if you could just scroll down a little bit, I want to ask you, there's various items that were recovered from the vehicle, correct? You could stop right there.
Yes.
A lot of tools and instruments that potentially could be used to harm somebody.
Judge, I object to that line of that statement.
List of everything you collected from that vehicle, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Next page, please. And in addition to the tools and the other objects, there were some clothing items, is that right?
Yes.
Okay. And then I want to focus your attention on 31. Keep scrolling, please. And then 31 through 39. You see that?
Yes.
There were swabs that you collected from within the vehicle?
Yes.
And use how to collect them?
So the main purpose of using swabs is working for DNA or biological with samples, that kind of thing. So.
Did you actually manipulate the swabs to collect the evidence, or did the crime lab do that?
The crime lab did.
And then they turned them over to you?
Yes.
Okay. I also want to ask you, do you remember the passenger footwell of the vehicle? Do you remember any items being located in the footwell?
Yes.
And do you remember any documents being located in that area?
Yes.
What do you remember?
Underneath the floor mat, there was like a yellow legal type piece of paper that had a handwritten note on it. On top of that note was like a white foamy piece that was on top of that letter.
Okay.
There was also a hammer and some rocks that were in the footwell as well.
Is he one up to?
Yes.
Is it a true and accurate depiction of the appearance of the footwell?
Yes.
Okay. Move to admit, permission to publish 51.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, admitted. You can publish it.
So now that the jury can see this, please go through that again. What we're seeing here.
Yep. So you can see this right here is the floor mat, so it's tipped up, and then underneath it that I was talking about that was handwritten,
okay.
And then this was the white foam that was on top of it.
Okay.
And then you see the the hammer and the rocks.
Hammer and some rocks.
Yeah.
Okay. If you could put an X on the floor mat, correct?
Well, the mat. That's yeah.
On the white foam, could you write the number 2 after the X so we can distinguish for the record? X1 is the floor mat, X2 is the foam mat, and this will be, yes, okay. Ask to preserve 51A, Your Honor.
Yes.
Did you collect that note as evidence attached to the floor? Yes. Showing exhibit 55. Please identify 55.
This is the note that was found underneath the front passenger floor mat.
I'm sorry, I think I misspoke. Is it 53? The court evidence sticker in the front hand corner. Yes. Move to admit 53, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 53 is admitted.
Judge, she's going to be up there a while. I know you want to break at 12:30.
Yeah, it's 12:18 right now.
She may be up
You're going
to
to have a fair
30
number of
minutes.
questions for her. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's take a break now, and let's come back at 1:30, please. Okay, folks? And we'll see how far we can get. All right, please, follow directions. I don't know. I think he wants to take your notes back, right? Okay, very good.
Bring your notebooks with you, please.
All right, have a seat, everybody. Thank you.
Your Honor, can she step down?
Yes, you can step down. I think I'm just checking my notes.
I've got it checked.
And then 41, the scalpels were admitted as well, Madam Clerk, right? Okay. All right, so anything before we take a break, Ms. Hopper?
2:30 or 3 o'clock. But if we can get it done today, that would be best because it's all set up.
We will get it done.
Okay.
Yes, that is my intent.
Thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Galloway?
No, sir, thank you.
All right, let's see, in place, ready to go at 1:30.
Yes, sir.
Or a bit before, all right? Thank you.
On that vehicle?
Yes.
And it was important for you that you didn't want to contaminate the vehicle at that time?
Correct.
Wait.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a seat, everybody. Thank you very much. And the state finished up asking their questions. Cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor. Detective LaFleur, you testified in direct that you were part of the Identification Bureau for the Sheriff's Department, correct?
Correct.
And you received some special training regarding documentation of evidence collected in the course of an investigation, correct?
Yes.
And preservation of evidence is important, especially in a criminal case, especially when it proceeds to trial, correct?
Correct.
And you also testified that certain evidence was handled by the state crime lab, correct?
Yes.
And that's because those people have special training in the forensic processing of evidence?
Correct.
Okay. And that's especially important when a criminal case proceeds to trial?
Yes.
You collected the scalpel and the vape that were located at the scene, is that right?
I did.
And did you notice any fingerprints, blood, or other forensic evidence on the vape that was located?
I didn't process that for evidence at all. It was just collected.
You visually inspected those items, correct?
I took photographs of them.
You didn't collect them? Okay. And in your inventory and photographing, did you notice anything that might be forensic evidence like blood or fingerprints at all?
Not obvious, no.
Okay. You also took photos of where the body was actually found, is that right?
Yes.
And I think you may note in your report that you noticed that there were several trails throughout the grassy field as well as through the woods, correct?
Just through the grass.
Okay. When you were at the scene of the where Ms. Pavlons was found, there was kind of a cleared area, is that right?
Yes.
And there was a fire pit in the area, is that right? Do you recall?
I don't recall a fire pit.
Okay, that's fine. You also were present at the search warrant that was executed at Mr. Pahl's apartment on September 17th.
Yes.
And part of your duties were you kind of took initial control of Mr. Pahl's pickup truck?
Correct.
And you chose not to inventory the infants in part because you were a dog search on that vehicle, and it was important for you. You didn't want to contaminate the vehicle at that time.
Correct.
Okay. This contamination could have impacted the cadaver dog search.
Yes.
Okay. You also then you didn't transport the pickup truck from that scene, correct?
Correct.
In fact, but you did direct that it be taken to the Department of Public Works garage?
The fleet storage garage, yes.
And that's a secured pole barn on the DPW grounds, correct?
Yes.
And that's only the Sheriff's Department has access to that fenced-in area and the pole barn, correct?
Certain people have access to that.
Okay.
Not the entire Sheriff's Department.
Understood. And you directed that vehicle be placed inside that garage on the day of the search warrant, on the 17th?
Yes.
And you also testified that inside that pole barn were also numerous vehicles that were involved in fatal traffic accidents, right?
Yes.
Again, back to the search warrant, you took photos of items that were in Mr. Pahl's apartment, correct?
Myself and another detective did.
Okay. One of the items you photographed, I think we saw in exhibits, was some black bags, right?
Yes.
And that was one that the scalpels were.
Yes.
Did there were also various hygiene products, including toothpaste and other items.
I don't recall specifically. I'd have to look at the photos again. I don't remember exactly what was in it.
Okay. But in addition to scalpels, it included a whole bunch of other stuff, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And were you able to know that bag belonged to Mr.
Any comment?
On September 19th, is that right?
Yes.
And when you got there, Mr.
Yes.
And so it was in with all the other vehicles, correct?
Correct.
And you instructed, I think by the canine called burp.
Yes.
Okay, and so you had to open and close all the doors on that vehicle.
Yes.
So you opened the driver's door, correct?
Correct.
And then you walked around the passenger, opened and closed that.
Yes.
And you also opened and closed the back hatch for the pickup bed area, correct?
That's correct.
But you weren't told to burp any other vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And again, there were numerous other vehicles you said that had been involved in fatal accidents, including where drivers passed away in their actual seats, right?
Yes.
And you did a cadaver dog hit on any of those other vehicles, correct?
Yep.
Did you?
You can answer the question.
You didn't see the cadaver dog formally hit or indicate on any of those other vehicles, correct?
Correct.
Okay, thank you. Were you aware that a trail cam was put up by detectives on September 9th?
I remember that conversation being had.
Did you ever observe the trail cam video?
No.
Okay. In the course of your response to the scene, you had a chance to see the Orthopedic Associates of Wisconsin building, correct?
Yes.
And you were basically from the scene, you were looking at the east side, the side of the building that faces east?
Yes.
Okay. And did you note that there are windows the entire length of that building?
I don't recall.
Did you have to go in the building?
I did not.
Do you recall how long were you at the scene of the scene where Ms. Pavlons was found?
I don't recall that.
Okay. Do you recall whether the parking lot was empty or very busy?
I can't say that as well.
Okay. Do you recall where Ms. Pavlons' body was found?
It was in the wooded area. It wasn't like close to where her body was, but yes.
Okay, but her body was found in kind of a clearing within the woods, correct?
Yes.
And those beer cans were kind of at the edges of that clearing, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Exhibit 423 through 427.
Well, learn to whisper.
If we could show the.
The point of whispering is to not be heard by other people.
Emergency.
Oh, no.
There is an active threat on campus. Take shelter. Close your doors or follow the direction of staff and await for.
What the?
So we're going to move forward now, and Mr. Wolf, you're going to show some exhibits to this witness, correct?
I am, Your Honor.
And my understanding is that they are exhibits 423, 424, 425, 426, and 427, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and there's an agreement that they will be admissible and be able to show. So you see that some of the exhibits, we started at 1 and now we're at 400. What we do usually for trials is we'll have one side or the other have assigned numbers, and the defense started at 400, correct, Mr. Wolf? That's where you started. So it doesn't mean we're going to see 400 and whatever exhibits. It just means we use that convenience for marking them, and those are the numbers.
Detective, I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 423. Is that a photo that you took of the scene near the body of Ms. Pavlons?
Yes.
Okay, and there's actually an evidence marker, marker number 4, is that correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And what's in that photograph?
Several discarded beer cans.
Okay, and does that help refresh your recollection of the scene carrying around Ms. Pavlons' body?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to show you what's been marked as Exhibit 424. And is that a picture that you took of the scene on that date?
Yes.
And again, that shows, what does that show?
That's from the another angle of those same discarded beer cans.
Okay. And then I'm showing you exhibit number 425. And what is that a picture that you took on September 9th of 2022?
Yes.
And again, what does that show?
Beer cans were just a different angle.
Okay. And then there were a little further away from the body, you also located and photographed some other alcohol cans. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm showing you what's been marked as Exhibit 426. That's a picture of some kind of lemonade, alcoholic lemonade that you took a picture of on that date?
Yes.
Okay. And then Exhibit 427, similar, a Steel Reserve beverage that you took that was also found in that area on that particular date, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And finally, I'm going to show you Exhibit 403. Do you believe that picture accurately depicts how the parking lot at OAW was when you were investigating the scene where Ms. Pavlons was found?
I mean, I don't recall that parking lot looking like that, but.
Okay, and you are the person who took custody of, or at least temporary custody of Mr. Pavlons' pickup truck on September 9th of 2020, or I'm sorry.
Yes.
And does that vehicle that's all alone in the center of that picture, does that look similar to Mr. Pahl's vehicle?
I mean, it's difficult to say it's a pickup truck with a cap on the back.
Do you recall whether Mr. Pahl's pickup truck had a sticker midway on the driver's side of the back cab of the vehicle?
No, I don't recall that.
Okay. Okay, nothing further for this witness.
All right, redirect.
Nothing further. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you very much. You're excused, ma'am. Thank you. Next witness.
Thank you. The state will call Specialist Plata.
Thank you. All right, sir. Come up to the witness stand to my right and raise your hand, please. All right, sir. Tell us your name, please.
Dave. PL.
Sir.
Walker.
So you're a sworn law enforcement officer?
Yes.
What's that?
The training. My primary focus is on like crime scene evidence handling. And my basic, I don't do random patrol experiences anymore. Mine is more focused on the criminal investigative side, most focusing on evidence and crime scene recreation.
And how long have you specialized in that area?
I'm in my 11th year.
Okay. How long have you been a police officer? On September 9, 2022, were you asked on Gulf Road in the town of Delafield to assist the sheriff's office?
Yes.
That's not in the city of Waukesha?
No, it is not.
Okay. And would it be common for the sheriff's office to call you and ask for assistance on occasion with cases?
Yes. We have some specialized training equipment that other agencies don't use, so they like to have us come out to assist them with documentation of scenes.
What was your understanding of what they were investigating?
At the time, I was informed that there was a body of a deceased female in a wooded area that they were treating as a suspicious death and wished us to come out to assist in documenting the scene.
And how were you to assist?
They requested that myself and my partner come out and do what we have is a laser scanner to laser scan the crime scene and the area around the body, along with taking some photos with a 360-degree camera to be able to catch a full view of the crime scene.
And that's equipment that the sheriff's office does not have at its disposal?
At that time, yes, they did not have that equipment.
Okay. So you went out there?
Yes.
And did your partner specialist Schmidt go with you?
Yes.
Okay. And when you arrived, do you know about what time it was?
Approximately 12:30, 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Okay. Was the body still in position where you can thoroughly scan the entire area?
As much as possible, yes.
Okay. So other detectives, Detective LaFleur or others, hadn't collected anything or removed anything yet?
No.
Okay. The laser scanner is physical equipment, right? You have to set it up?
Yes.
Okay. And did you do that?
Yes.
And were you able to obtain a scan of the wooded area where the body was located?
Yes, we completed seven different scans from various areas to be able to capture as much information as we could.
And in addition to the body, were you able to determine any items of potential evidentiary value?
Yes, the Sheriff's Department did have several items marked at the time of our laser scanning. It was item flags 1 and 2, which was a vape and a scalpel kind of near the woods, but in a grassy area. And then there was another section where there were multiple beer cans a little further in the woods, which is marked as item 4.
Okay. And all of those items were detected on the scan, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Did there come a time as we prepared for trial that I asked you to, if it's possible, to recreate the scene so that when we take the jury out there this afternoon, they can attempt to observe the items in the general area where they were at the time you first investigated?
Yes.
Is that possible for you to do?
Yes.
How did you do it?
We brought up the scans, using them as they take very specific and accurate measurements. We were able to take a fixed point in the scan, measure to where items were located, items flagged 1, 2, and 4. We were able to use a triangulation method from where items that are currently still on scene, a tree and a barrel, in order to pinpoint where those items were, and then we mark them with evidence flags for the viewing.
You mentioned a barrel. This jury has seen some photographs already of the body object that I would describe as like in my opinion, like a 55-gallon drum or that type of burning barrel, you may call it. Do you know what I'm referring to?
Yes.
Is that burning barrel still out there today?
Yes.
Okay. So you are able to assist this court in placing the location of the body and evidence items 1, 2, and 4. Is that correct?
Yes. My partner, Specialist Schmidt, and I went out there. We found those locations, and he went out there to put the evidence flags on in those locations. Obviously, the specific items of evidence we did not put back out of the field, just the flags marking where they were.
Okay. And he just did that this morning?
Yes.
Okay. Were you able to determine an approximate distance between the body and items 1 and 2?
Yes.
Is it on your screen?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Do you recognize Exhibit 54?
Yes.
Please tell us what it is.
Exhibit 54 is a screenshot I took from our Faro software in order to determine an accurate measurement of how far the items were from where the victim was.
You mentioned the Farrell software. Can you spell that for the court reporter, please?
The abbreviation is, it's capital F-A-R-O.
And that's just the brand name of the software?
Yes.
Okay. And the distance between the body and the items 1 and 2?
Yes.
Do you believe Exhibit 54 is a true and accurate representation?
Yes.
Move to admit 54, permission to publish, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No, sir.
All right, 54 is admitted. You may publish it.
Number one flag was, that was the vape. From that point to the location on the body that I selected is approximately 14.26 feet. To that one, then the next one where the thumbtack is, that's from item flag number 2, which was the scalpel. Different location on the body, which was 12.894 feet.
Okay. And when I asked you to mark the items in the field today for the jury view, did you use the same numbering system? Just 1 second, please. And how was the body marked out? Those are all my questions.
Right.
The way the scene is depicted today,
It's similar, but there are natural differences from broken tree branches and tree limbs that have come down.
correct. This occurred September 9, 2022, when you responded, true?
Yes.
And today is October 27, 2025, true?
Yes.
So as far as summer versus fall, the area is different, true?
Somewhat, yes.
The vegetation has grown today like it was not in September of 2022, correct?
Yes.
I have no further questions, Judge.
All right. Any redirect?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, Detective or Specialist Plata.
May he be excused, please?
Pardon?
May he be
You may be
excused.
excused, of course. Yes. Okay.
And this would be appropriate time to break for the jury view then, Your Honor.
Okay, folks. Here's what's going to happen.
We're expecting Mrs. Pavlons, Stephanie's mother.
Okay. I think we should come back then, and then we'll determine. We should probably get some more testimony in. So, folks, here's what's going to happen. You can imagine to get everybody situated and so on is going to take quite a bit. I did ask you and reminded you that when I talked to you last Friday that we would be doing this jury view, and that part of the jury view would be being outdoors, and I asked you to dress appropriately. And I'm going to read to you an instruction, and this instruction is agreed upon by all parties, correct, Mr. Wolf? You will now be taken to the Area 00 Gulf Road in the town of Delafield by the jury bailiff. During your trip to and from this location, you are not to discuss this case with anyone. You may talk about other matters not related to the case if you choose, just like you would in the jury room while on break. While at this location, you are not to talk at all, and no one is to talk to you about the case except me, the judge. You may write notes if you choose to do so. Upon arrival, you will disembark from the van and be led by the jury bailiff on foot into the tree line where the deceased body was located. The location where the body was found will be marked in advance with a cone. There will also be other evidence markers in the area. You are free to walk in the area as you will, but remain in the vicinity of the other jurors. Once you've completed your view of the area, return to the van. You will have 15 minutes to complete your view, to make a record of the event. You are not to conduct any independent investigation of this location now or at any time during the trial. Going to this location is to enable you to better understand the evidence which is introduced
in the courtroom and to assist you in weighing and applying that evidence. What you see there is not evidence in the case and should not be considered as evidence. So logistically, what's going to happen is you're going to go back to the jury room, and after a bit, I'll let our bailiff, one of the sheriff's deputies will let him know, will have you brought out to the scene. If you remember seeing the photographs and the video and so on, we're going to park, there's going to be 2 vans. They're going to be parked in the on the driveway, and then our bailiffs will accompany you, and they're going to be directed to where the cones and the markers are by one of our sheriff's deputies, our lieutenant, who's going to be wearing a high visibility vest. Do not talk about the scene while you're there. You can say, hey, let's walk over here. The bailiffs will assist you in getting there, but will not discuss anything about the scene. Please don't ask any law enforcement officer anything. They're just there to monitor what's happening. It's really going to be an event where you go, you look, you go back to the van. We're going to have a 15-minute time frame to be there, but you don't have to. If you are satisfied with what you've seen in 3 minutes, you can go back to the van, stay in the area so we don't lose track of anybody this afternoon, please, and we'll then come back and then we'll resume testimony. Anything else before I excuse the jurors from the state?
No.
Defense?
No, sir.
Okay, very good. Then we'll let you know you're excused to the jury room, and then we'll let you know when it's time. Yes, if they wish to do so, yes. They're not required to, but if they wish to do so. Anything before we get the ball rolling from the state?
No.
Anything from the defense?
No, Your Honor.
All right, so the defense team and Mr. Pahl will be taken there as soon as possible. The state's welcome to go there at any time. The parties will be directed where to stand when the jurors come, and we'll have the jurors brought out after Mr. Pahl and his team have had the opportunity to look at the area. Okay, let's go.
I think we are going to get all the way through today.
No, Your Honor. Okay. What's next? Who's next? And how long will that person take, and what's involved?
Our next witness is Georgianne Pavlons, Ms. Pavlons' mother. I think that my directive for her would probably be 30 to 45 minutes at the Pavlons prior to her testimony regarding what the defense was seeking to, I guess, elicit from her regarding the mental health history of the victim. So that is the state's next witness.
All right, and what do you think I should do in regards to, it's almost 10 minutes to 3:47 now. Should we start, and what do you think I should do? Should we go and have direct of her and then have cross tomorrow? I'll ask, first of all, Mr. Wolf or Mr. Galaviz.
Judge, it seemed like it makes sense for her sake. I mean, taking into account how this must be affecting her, just to do it all at once, maybe tomorrow morning, rather than her go up there, feel bad.
The voir dire this afternoon while we have her and send the jury home, and then start fresh with her testimony in the morning, so that we know all the parameters of her testimony prior to her getting on the stand.
All right, then what I'm going to do is bring the jurors in and release the jurors first, okay?
Yes.
All right. Yes, sir? Mr. Wolf? Oh, okay, that's a yes. Okay, that's what I'm going to do, and we're going to talk to her about the parameters of her testimony, okay? So we'll have the bailiffs bring the jurors in.
We're going to start at 8:30 tomorrow morning.
Is that supposed to be a joke? Yes.
That was a question.
It is my preference to start on time and at 8:30, and that's what I thought was going to happen.
I didn't know if the court was going to ask them to be here at 8:15. I was just trying to clarify.
Probably start at 8:30.
Maybe he had other matters.
Those who weren't here, they were juror and didn't get going till 9:45 or so.
All rise for the jury. All right, have a seat, everybody. Thank you very much. Okay, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you very much for being here today. We're going to break today. I'm going to send you home. We have some legal matters that we have to take up, and it's 10 minutes to 4 right now. I've been told that our next witness is probably going to be pretty lengthy, and that probably more lengthier witness in terms of time. And rather than stop, and then restart again tomorrow, I think everybody's time is better served to start up with the witness tomorrow morning at 8:30, right? And please, tomorrow, I just talked to Mike, and he told me that he usually wants you to meet in the cafeteria. And my understanding of his instructions are that you meet there in the cafeteria. Even if you're late, stay in the cafeteria, and he'll be back to pick you up. So I'm going to ask you to be here in a time frame such that we can start at 8:30 tomorrow morning, and that means probably get there about 8:15 or so at the latest, and then Mike will bring everybody over as a group. So I will tell you once again and admonish you, there's cameras here. They've been here throughout the proceedings. You may have seen cameras at the jury view as well. Media has a right to be where we are and watch what's going on. They've been directed not to identify or even show your faces, right? That's the standard operating procedure, just in case you were wondering about that. So again, remember what I said on the first day. Go home, don't talk to anybody about evidence, about what you heard in the courtroom. Wait until you deliberate amongst yourselves, and then when you're all done, you can say anything to anybody that you want about the proceedings and the trial and the witnesses and so on. But at this time, I'll admonish you, please do not do so. Follow Mike's directions. He'll be here tomorrow. I don't think Ken's going to be here tomorrow. I don't know. No? Okay. Nice to see you. Anything else from the state before we break?
No, Judge.
Anything else from the defense?
No, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, follow Mike's instructions about your books. He's going to lock them up overnight and so on. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. See you tomorrow at 8:30.
Sure, you have any personal items with you?
All right, have a seat, everybody. Let me just check my notes on something. Witness. Here is the parameters of it. And how do you want me to do that exactly at this point? And I'll ask the defense in just a moment.
Well, I have met with Ms. Pavlons, and I have an understanding particularly related to Stephanie Pavlons' mental health. That seemed to be the line of questioning that they intended to ask and was part of the motion in limine that never got, I guess, expanded upon. So that would be my suggestion.
All right.
We are almost done. As soon as we're done, as soon as day one is over, we're going to stop. Tomorrow, we're going to zoom through day 2 and catch up to day 3.
Just ask her specifics as to Stephanie's mental health issues from birth until the moment she passed away.
That's what your intent is?
Yes, sir.
Judge, I think too broad. I mean, the court has limited other things from 2003. I don't think that the entire history, she was in her 40s at the time of her death.
Mr. Galaviz, your response to that?
Well, I'm not quite sure if Stephanie suffered mental health issues from a child till the moment she passed away, or if it began when she was a teenager.
18. When did she meet Mr. Pahl? I heard it was in 03, was it? Something like that?
I think the daughter was born in 03.
The daughter was born in 03.
Come on. StreamYard, we're almost done. Why do you always do this at the end of the day? Knock it off.
She's 21.
21.
So you're, and she, what age was she when she passed? In her mid-40s, early 40s?
44.
The relevance, I can see the relevance, but the probative value I don't see if we're going to explore her mental health from birth for purposes of this trial. I mean, your position, my understanding is that she had mental health problems, and my understanding of your position is that she was either suicidal or a repeat drug user. Is that correct, Mr. Galaviz? Is that my understanding of what your belief is? Correct. And that had something to do with her death, correct?
Correct.
I'll allow you to ask questions about the last 10 years.
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's have Ms. Pavlons come on up. Georgianne, is it? I'm sorry. Ma'am, if you come up to the witness. And then watch your step when you get up there, ma'am, please. Yeah. And if you could raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Please swear the testimony you're about to give in this matter before the court shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
I do.
All right, please. Can you tell us your name, please?
Georgianne Pavlons.
Okay, and we'll note for our record that the jurors are not present, that the purpose of her testimony at this time is to set a parameter or framework for what you might testify about. And you are the mother of Ms. Pavlons, who is deceased, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Ms. Galaviz, why don't you ask some questions and we'll see where we are, okay?
Yes, sir. Ms. Pavlons, before I begin, I want to share my condolences to you and your family. But other than that, you the last 10 years of her life, is that true?
Off and on.
Right, she lived with you and your husband at your home in Delafield?
Yes.
And during that time, she was getting treated for mental health issues, true?
That I couldn't answer.
Was she getting prescription drugs at all?
Yes.
For mental health issues?
No.
What was her prescription drugs for?
She had epilepsy.
Is it like seizures?
Yes.
Was she taking any, because you picked up her prescription drugs at times too, correct?
Yes.
And while she was at home for the last 10 years, according to your comments to the police, she would talk about suicide?
Not on a regular basis.
But she did talk about that, true?
Yes.
She talked about killing herself, true?
Yes.
What exactly would she say? And when did when did she begin talking about suicide?
Oh, I don't even know.
Within the last 10 years of her life?
It was very sporadic.
I know, but when did it begin? If you can remember.
I really can't answer that.
Was she talking about it before her death?
I don't think so.
Well, you remember in 2020, you had picked her up behind the Walmart where she was going to jump in front of a train?
Yes.
And that was just 2 or 3 years before her death, true?
Yes.
That was like October of 2020.
Could you repeat that?
That was in like 2020.
I don't remember that.
But you remember going to pick behind the Walmart near the...
Yes.
And you had to go pick she had there.
Yes, she called.
Because was she hearing voices about, or what did she tell you when she, over the phone?
I don't think she ever heard voices.
No, but what did she tell you over the phone that she said, you need to come and get me, I'm going to kill myself?
She was just upset with her situation.
So she was depressed.
Yeah.
Did you ever, or the suicide comments that Stephanie would make?
I don't think so.
She would only do it in front of you?
Yes.
And she obviously did it on the day you picked her up at the Walmart. Did she ever make those comments at your residence?
No.
It was only that one time at Walmart?
Yeah.
When you were interviewed by the officers in August of 2022, you had, I think it was September of 2022, you had mentioned that she had been talking about suicide. So you weren't, do you remember telling them that?
I don't recall.
You remember being interviewed by Detective Fredericks at your home?
Oh, yeah.
And you, according to your audio recording, you had said that she was like here. You were telling Detective Fredericks that?
No.
When Detective Fredericks conveyed to you in that conversation that she was discovered dead, your initial comments were that she had talked about suicide. Remember telling him that?
No.
But you could have said that. You just don't remember saying that.
I guess.
You telling the detective that she had spent time at Rogers?
Yes.
And what year was that?
When she was 18, 17, 18?
Oh, she was a young youth.
Yeah, yeah.
Not recently.
No, no.
Do you ever remember driving her to her doctor's appointments?
Yep.
And those doctor's appointments were for her depression?
I drove her to a lot of doctor's appointments for whatever was ailing her. She would get shots in her neck, and she had different doctors that she went to.
But you don't recall what kind of medicine she was taking for her ailments?
No.
I have no further questions, Judge. Wait. Strike there. Apparently you were aware that your daughter was a cutter?
A what?
A cutter. She would cut her wrists?
Gosh, I don't remember.
You remember Detective Fredericks calling you October 19th of 2022, and you again told him that Stephanie talked about committing suicide. You again talked about the Walmart incident. Do you remember that conversation on the telephone?
No.
You haven't marked you would cut her off. Remember telling? Did you ever?
I'm not sure. I don't.
You know the last time I was marked on her wrist?
No.
I have no further questions, Judge.
State.
Thank you. Ma'am, the time that you were asked about with Walmart, you have no idea when that was?
No, I don't remember.
Okay. And ultimately, you made contact with Stephanie?
Yes.
Okay, and did you bring her back to your house?
Yes.
Was she injured?
No.
Okay, in no way harmed? And do you recall how she reached out to you?
On her cell phone?
Okay, so she called you?
Yeah.
And you said she was upset about her situation. Did you know what her situation was that she was upset about?
Just the way Matt would treat her.
You were asked about Stephanie's mental health, and you said you were not aware if she was on any medications related to her mental health. Is that true? True. Okay. So the medications, she had a number of, you didn't know what medications.
Correct.
Okay. In terms of, you picked up prescriptions for her. Did you look at what she was being prescribed?
Not really.
Okay. Did you go into the appointment to see the doctor with her?
No.
Okay. You just transported her?
Yeah.
Okay. You were just asked about Stephanie cutting her wrists. You said you don't know when that happened. What makes you remember that that happened at all? Okay. Did you talk about her love or the details of her relationship?
No, she was pretty private person.
And if she was depressed, were you someone she would talk to?
I think so. She really didn't have any friends.
And do you recall Ms. Pavlons your daughter being suicidal in the last year that she was alive?
I don't remember.
Okay. Nothing that sticks out to you as something that was concerning?
No.
Any other questions?
Anything else, Mr. Galaviz?
Just a few questions. Ma'am, you knew your daughter was taking Zoloft, true?
I don't know what she was taking.
But regarding suicide, you knew that she tried to kill herself in March of 2021, true?
I don't know what year it was.
But you remember she tried to kill herself at your home in March, where Matt actually drove over to the house?
Not really.
You don't remember that?
Nope.
You remember Zayla, your granddaughter?
Yeah, she lived with us.
So Layla was at the house in March of 2021?
No. I think she had already moved to Ohio.
Judge, I have no further questions.
Anything else from the state?
No.
All right. Thank you, ma'am. You can have a seat.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. One second. Okay, we've had a chance to hear Mrs. Pavlons talk about her daughter's mental condition. What do you think I need?
A lot of what she testified to here would be hearsay, and I think I didn't object to that so that we could have an offer of proof, but I could provide hearsay answers. So certainly the state would be objecting to those types of questions in front of the jury. I think that there's very limited information that the defense can go into based on the court's ruling that they can ask about the last 10 years, and based on her answers, she provides very little information within that time frame.
What are you going to have her testify about?
The background of Stephanie and Mr. Pahl's relationship, that the time period that they were in a relationship, how isolated Miss Pavlons was socially, where she was living during this time frame when they would see her, how they helped her, how they came in contact with her, how often they would see her, things of that nature.
All right. Mr. Galaviz, any comments?
I think Mr. Wolf wanted to make the argument.
If I may.
Yes.
No, you, one witness, one lawyer, okay.
Well, Judge, I think...
Talk to each other first if you want to, but...
Well, right. Judge, we're only going to go back to what she remembers, but also she did make statements to Detective Fredericks regarding suicide and things like that. So if she gets on the stand and says she doesn't remember, I'm going to play just what Detective Fredericks, statements that she made, that being the witness made to Detective Frederick regarding Stephanie discussing suicide, which is also in the diaries that you're allowing in, where Stephanie talks about jumping in front of a train, talks about suicide in March of 2021, talks about in April of that same year wishing she would have taken the whole bottle. So, I mean, those are coming in through her diary that you're allowing into the state to have no objection to. So
I'm a little confused here because I remember, I think you all remember my surprise perhaps when there was discussions about what would be elicited or what was going to be presented to the jurors. And now I'm hearing that if says this is what, when and if they object, I have to respond. And what Stephanie Pavlons told her would be, if there's an objection, inadmissible hearsay. But then likewise, I had earlier in these proceedings with the motions in limine asked about the contents of Ms. Stephanie Pavlons' diary, and I was told that in essence each side wanted to get information in. And so, as I said, I think I said, if I hear an objection to hearsay, I'll deal with it when I hear that objection. If tomorrow during Georgianne Pavlons' testimony, she's asked a question that calls or elicits a hearsay response, I'll do whatever I have to do at that time. If later on someone's asking what was written in the document, if I don't hear an objection, I have no response to make. So this issue was raised previously. It seems to me that much of what was asked, and I understand Mr. Galaviz, given the framework of what's previously been stated by the parties, that you felt that you have free range to ask about what Stephanie told Georgianne. But if I get an objection, I'll respond accordingly tomorrow. That's all I can say, right? I mean, it seems clear to me that it is hearsay, and that if there's an objection, I'll respond. And if there continues to be questions calling for hearsay testimony, then I'll respond whenever it comes up. I don't know what else to tell you. That's the way it works. There's some let in for me that is the case, but that's all I'll say. All right. Anything else from the state?
No.
Defense?
No, sir.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Be in those seats right before 8:30. Yes, it is my intent to start at 8:30.
Jack, I only asked in case you have like a plea or something on camera. I wasn't trying to be a smart.
Oh, okay.
This time. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.
Okay, guys. That is it. We got day one done. We've got the verdict on our last trial. We are almost up to closing arguments in Brooks. After Brooks, we're going to do Chandler Halderson. I think that's his name. So we're almost up to that. Almost up to a new Trials of the Past. We are scooting right along here. Okay, guys. I will see you in the morning, bright and early at 8 o'clock. Guys, have a great evening. And remember, be kind to people, love your family, and Jesus loves you, and so do I. Bye, guys. I will see you in the morning. Thanks for hanging out with me today.